Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game to West Ham against Southampton, riding solo for the next half hour. Gonda's at the game today, so I'm afraid you're stuck with me. Lineup's 5 minutes away, but it looks like a few changes from West Ham. A back four as well, but not necessarily good news, but that's to come. In a little bit, also no Michail Antonio. Antonio, I assume, has done a test this morning, tested positive, or he's not completed his isolation period. Unsure what the situation is, but it doesn't look like we've got Michail Antonio. However, official confirmation in 5 minutes at 2 o'clock. So if you're new to the channel, you haven't joined us for a build-up show, first of all, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, stick around, drop a like on the video. It helps the channel out a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at the West Ham team, the Southampton team, have a little chit-chat between myself in the live chat. We'll do a little bet together, which I'll need your help with today since I don't have Gonzo. If that bet wins, we'll give the money away. As simple as that. Big game for West Ham today. I'm looking forward to it. There's a little bit of me that thinks there's a bit of importance to this game. It feels like we're out of, well, we are out of form. One win in 6 is out of form. So we're out of form. I think we need a win, but not just today. Today's game 1 of 4, essentially. There's a little group of 3 games, isn't there? We play Southampton today, Watford in a couple of days' time, and then Crystal Palace on New Year's Day. I think we need a minimum of 7 points, possibly all 9 if we want European football again. Then we've got Leeds United in the double header, haven't we? We've got them in the league and FA Cup after the new year. Crystal Palace is after New Year, isn't it? I still count as a festive period. That's how I look at it. New Year's Day is in the festive period. Anything after the 2nd of January, no longer in the festive period. So them 3, and then the 2 Leeds ones are sort of on their own a little bit in 2022. So I think it's a big game for West Ham. I think we need to get the 3 points on the board. I don't really care how we do it, to be honest with you. The crowd could be a bit iffy today. It's a hassle to get to the game. There's no trains running from Kent. Waterloo's closed as well, I think. The weather's not too good in London, I believe. We've got the COVID situation. There's lots of elements. And I think we might see the lowest capacity that we've had at West Ham since moving to the London Stadium. I know the official attendance will be 60,000 because we're doing tickets sold. And obviously we've got 52,000 season ticket holders. I don't know how many tickets Southampton have sold. So it's going to be at least 55,000 people on official attendance records. But in the actual ground, I don't think there'll be too much over 30,000 today. Going by sort of social media, if you like, people can't even give their tickets away for this game. And I understand why. I'm not saying anything. I'm not there. Gonzo is though. Gonzo's at the game. He's doing a vlog today, Gonzo, for our Patreon. We're adding that to our Patreon membership. We're adding the matchday vlog. I'm going to the Man United game on the 22nd of January. So I'm going to have to do some form of video for that whilst I'm at the game. I'm not recording myself in the crowd or anything, but little snippets here and there. So anyway, yes, let's take a look at the live chat, see what you're all saying for a couple of minutes before the lineups come out. So Hammer 99 says Maswaka at left back will terrify him. Livermento's going to have fun. We'll wait and see. Lady says he wants to see Bowen up front, Lanzini, Fernandes and Vlasic playing as well because we're going to have to drop Antonio, unfortunately. I don't think it's about dropping him. The Tower says Masuaku left back was good. Not too many of you are going to we'll wait and see. The lineups will be out in a minute kind of thing. Sean thinks we need to win. Ford said I look nice. Well, thank you. I don't feel very nice. Don't know why. Just not feeling very good today. Don't feel fresh. I think the kids call it these days. Fresh. I certainly don't feel like that. But anyway, right. West Ham today. Few games called off in the Premier League, isn't there? I think Tottenham and Palace has gone ahead, which is important. Not this kind of. It's a domino effect, isn't it? Because obviously Watford's called off today. So you're thinking, well, how does that affect the West Ham game? It's still on as it stands. And then obviously we play Palace, and Palace were trying to get the game off today. They're playing Tottenham. They tried to get the game postponed due to COVID cases within their squad, but the Premier League sort of said, nah, get on with the game kind of thing. So that game's going ahead as well. But it'll be interesting to see if our game against Palace remains on after this one. I hate this whole... It's almost like an anxious wait, isn't it? Wait to see the games are on and off and stuff. But luckily, this fixture hasn't been on doubt. But anyway, the West Ham starting 11. I think I've done it. Let me click on it and then I'll read it out and hopefully I've got it right. So this is what I think the team will be. So we've got Fabianski in goal with a back four today of Soufal, Dawson, Diop and Masuaku. Got a midfield pairing of Rice and Souček as always. Jared Bowen continues up front. Vlasic, Fornals and Benrahma in behind him. Now, the interesting thing, I'll just quickly say it now, is Antonio is on the bench. So whether that's a precaution because Antonio has obviously had to miss training and stuff, or whether it's he's Bowen scored the goal against Tottenham and is up front on merit kind of thing. Unsure. We'll sort of have to guess. But the back four, Soufal, Dawson, Diop. I'm checking I've got it right on the ticker. Soufal, Dawson, Diop, Masuaku, Rice, Souček, Benrahma, Fornals, Vlasic. I got it right. Happy days. Anyway, yeah, Masuaku. Let's get this straight out. Let's get this over and done with. Concerns me. Masuaku concerns me. I think Tottenham, Southampton are stronger down the right. I'll see the Saints team in a minute, but Southampton really strong down that side. Livramento has been one of the most impressive players in the Premier League for me. In a weird way, I perhaps prefer we're playing 4 at the back rather than 3 because we played 3 at the back. We pushed Masuaku up a bit. I think it's easier to exploit. You can almost push Livramento right on him and say, let's have a go kind of thing. So at least with 4 at the back, we've got someone in front of Masuaku, which will be Livramento's sort of immediate opponent, if you like. Maybe I'm paid too much praise and respect to Livramento, but I do genuinely believe he is Southampton's biggest threat to us today. I think he's an exceptional talent, to be honest with you. I would love to see him at West Ham. Would love to. But back to the West Ham team, Masuaku concerns me. Every time he starts to say it, in most games he proves me correct, to be honest with you. The last couple of games, though, Tottenham, Arsenal, they both targeted Masuaku. They both had joy against it. So they basically said to Hassan, oh, there you go, there's your man. That's the weak point at West Ham. Looking at the bench, Ben Johnson and Ryan Fredericks are on the bench. We'd much rather have seen Ben Johnson left back today. I'm a bit surprised Moyes has persisted with Masuaku over Ben Johnson because he's trusted Johnson in the past at left back and he's never really let us down. Plus, you know, while Soufal was out, bar one game, I think Ben Johnson was fantastic, really good. So surprised at that one, perhaps. The rest of the team's interested in Rice and Souček as always, but the attacking midfield, Vlasic, Fornals and Benrahma, and then Bowen up front as well. That should be exciting. That should be good to see. We've got plenty of talent out there. Benrahma and Fornals need a little bit more form about them. They need to get back into form. I thought Vlasic looked good against Tottenham, but Bowen's goal against Tottenham was fantastic. But on the bench, we've got Michail Antonio, and I think that's what a person to have on the bench. A really good player to have on there. He can play in a variety of position up front, on the wing, whatever. We right back. We know Michail Antonio can play in a variety of positions, so that'll be interesting to have on the bench. And it's probably the first time this season we've got a really good option there for striker. You know, we've not really had a striker on the bench all season, have we? We don't have one. It is Antonio. But Antonio there gives us that option to mix it up if we need to. The bench for West Ham. Here we go. The bench for West Ham today. It's on your screen right now. We've got Areola, Ashby, Fredericks, Johnson. 3 right backs on the bench. We've got Kral, Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Michail and Antonio. So strong enough bench for West Ham, if you like. 3 right backs. That was a little bit concerning, isn't it? Right, we'll take a look at the Saints team. Just give me a minute. Let me load it up. Let's have a look at the Southampton team then. Forster in goal. All right, Forster's fit. I didn't think Forster was going to be back for Southampton today, but he is. I take it Willie's on the bench then. But back 4 of Livramento at right back. Ben the Wreck, partner in Salisu in centre-back positions with Walker Peters left back. Now, they've got 3 wingers. You've almost got to guess who's going to be up front. You've got to guess who's going to be up front from Southampton here. So Romeo and Ward-Prowse partner each other in the middle. Broaz up front alongside one of the following. El-Nusi, Walcott, Redmond. I would imagine Walcott's a striker. So El-Nusi on the right, Redmond on the left, and Theo Walcott partnering Broha up front. They always tend to play 4-4-2. I think he tends to rather have Hassan Hüttl tends to have a winger up front if he has to. He has to today. I think it'll be Theo Walcott. So, to be fair, that's a strike partnership that could cause us a little bit of problems, actually. Our weakness with Dawson and Diop, if you like, is probably pace. Walcott's got it. Broha's pretty nifty as well. He's quite a big lad too, Broha. So, that front pairing could cause us problems. the problem is Southampton are going to have is providing them with the passes and opportunities in order to cause our centre-backs issues. We've got to be beating this team. We have to be beating this team. I quite like El Yunusi. I quite like him. I think I'm surprised Southampton haven't utilised him a little bit more. I think he's a tricky little player, and it worries me that him and Livramento down that side. Theo Walcott, naturally, you'd imagine, will try and probably drift to the right. It's just Masuaku, is it? He's just filling me with fear already. And I know people will say, well, give him a chance and back him. I'm not going to go down the London Stadium today and shout at him, tell him he's crap. My opinion is, before the game, Masuaku concerns me. That Southampton right-hand side looks relatively strong. But our team is better than their team. We are better than them. Massive game for West Ham. The Saints bench, though, we got Samu, Che Adams, Willie Caballero, Valerie Armstrong, Perud, Adam Armstrong is back as well. So Adam Armstrong's on the bench, just back from injury. Shane Long and Diallo. I don't know who that first guy is, Samu. Don't know who he is. Apparently he's a defender. Can't say I've seen him. But strong enough bench from Southampton. A more balanced bench from Southampton. Basically, they don't have 3 right backs on, but they do have 1 though. They've got Valerie in there, so they've got 1 right back, but they don't have 3. So more of an even bench for Saints, maybe more options for Ralph than David Moyes this afternoon on the bench as well. But we've got a better team. We've got a better team. Right, I'm going to go straight into the old... I'm going to go straight into the bet. I'm going to get this done while I remember. Otherwise, type of thing I'll forget running on my own here. Right, so what we're putting in the bet today. I've got my bet 365 loaded up. What we're fancying. We've got to go West Ham win. I'm putting that in straight away. West Ham to win is going in there. Who we're fancying to score? I think there's 2 big contenders. I think Jared Bowen and Broha for Southampton. Depends if you fancy the Saints to score, I guess. What you fancying in the live chat? Who do you think is scoring today? Get into the live chat. And we'll get someone into there. And also, well, we'll stick with that because I already say what else do you fancy. And while you're doing that, I'm going to put in West Ham to get 4 corners because it almost feels like a banker. Every game, West Ham just to get corners. Feels like a banker. Here we go. What are we all saying? Let's have a little look. Kaiser's saying Jared Bowen to score. Alex is saying Vlasic. Hammer99 is saying Fornals. Lassie is saying Vlasic. Saying Bowen and Suchek. Scarborough saying Bowen and Vlasic. Alan Vlasic. Chris. And I'm going to go Jared Bowen. I get the Vlasic shouts. I get it. My concern is Vlasic will be the first player to be substituted today. It'll be him and Ben Rama, won't it? One of them's going to get subbed off. When you do a sub, and Antonio's, it feels inevitable. Antonio will come on today. You look at the bench, he's the one player that you're pretty confident is going to come onto the pitch at some point. He won't take off Bowen. He probably won't take off Fornals unless he's playing really badly. So at least Ben Rama and Vlasic. So I'm going to go with Jared Bowen just because I'm more confident he will get 90 minutes for West Ham today. Right, we've done that. In the live chat now, someone to get booked. It could be for either team. Someone to get yellow carded in today's game. I know who I fancy. I know there's 2 players I quite like the look of. So I'll wait and see what the live chat say. And we'll get involved kind of thing. Dave G says Romeo, he's one of the players I liked. He was one of them. Alan saying Masuaku. Major saying Rice, I hope not. If Rice gets yellow carded today, he gets suspended. West Ham got to play 2 games. So this game and Watford game, if Declan gets booked in either, he's suspended for a game. If Antonio or Fornals gets booked in both, they miss the Crystal Palace game. They're both on 3 yellow cards. So got to be careful. Rice has got to be careful today. He could still get suspended. Masuaku, Dawson, Sufal, Fraser Forster. I'm not doing the goalkeeper. Romeo, Sufal, Walker Peters, Sufal. I'm not going to do Sufal. He's up against Nathan Redmond, right? I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced that Sufal is going to cause him any problems. See, a lot of people are saying Masuaku. I was going to go for Fornals as the yellow card because of the Livramento factor. But I'm going to go with the live chat and we'll put in Arthur Masuaku. So let's get Masuaku to get booked in there. There we go. That's 25-1. I'm happy with that. 25-1 is a good price. £5 on. Oh, free £5 bet. Happy days. We'll use that. Right, 125 quid. 125 quid. If this bet wins, I'll give one of you guys 100 and £25. The bet is, well, before I read that out, any funny phrases, you know the score. The regulars know the score. Get your funny phrases into live chat and I'll pick one of them. And that will be the phrase for today. So if this bet wins, someone will win £125 and I will click on a phrase in a minute and all you have to do is enter that phrase in the live chat. You're entered. Simple. So West Ham to win the match, Jared Bourne to score a goal, Arthur Masuaku to get booked, West Ham to get 4 or more corners. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Well, I'm going to go for this one. This one wins. West Ham are in Europa. That one wins. Maybe a bit of a social media joke there, but I like what Hammer 1999's done. Get that into the live chat. West Ham are in Europa, and you're into the bet. So if it wins, happy days. Also, while you're here in the live chat, get your thoughts on. Get your thoughts on the West Ham team, the Southampton team, how you see the game going, whatever. Just get into the live chat and let's have a chit chat. So we've got a better team. It's good to see Antonio on the bench. Disappointing. No, Alan Creswell's disappointing. Because I think we missed him. Not just because Masuaku's played. See, the last game, when we played Tottenham, it felt like he was forced to play Masuaku a little bit. I could understand why Moy selected him. Today, I don't understand it. I think there's options there. I'm not so sure he had that many options. And like I said, at half-time, I would have taken him off and moved Ben Johnson out there and brought on a young centre-back. I would have went for it, young centre-back in. But now that, pardon me, we've got Soufal back from suspension. Ben Johnson's back from injury with game time under his belt. I don't think we're forced to play Masuaku today. That is through choice. And if it goes wrong, if Masuaku has another poor game, a third poor game in a row, it's on the manager, really. He's playing him. A bit of a risk. He does provide an attacking outlet, I guess, going forward. So I think that's probably the reason he's been selected over Ben Johnson. But just feels like an unnecessary risk for it. I think we could have played a little bit safer defensively with Ben Johnson and relied on Benrahma, Vlasic, Fornals and Jared Bourne to create and score further up the park, especially when you've got Mikel Antonio on the bench. So if things aren't working out, we need to go. We've actually got a legit good option to have there to bring on kind of thing. Apart from the Masuaku thing, I'm happy with today's team. I think it's a good team, strong team. Not too far off what I wanted to see if you've watched the preview. I would have liked to have seen Souček perhaps a little further forward, but I can understand. Moyes was never really going to do that, but it was just what I wanted to see. That's all. That's what I wanted to see. But it's a good team from us. I think the Southampton team is a strong Saints team, I guess. They've got plenty of options on the bench as well. More options than us, I think. But on paper, and football isn't always played on paper. I'm aware of that. But on paper, I think we've got the stronger team today. And it's just, I don't know. Martin's asking who will take our pens. I don't know. Possibly Declan Rice, I'd imagine. Rice would be keen to get back onto sort of duty, if you like. Lou says it's a big opportunity for Vlasic with Benrahma off to the African nations. Agree. We've been waiting for him to get an opportunity in the Premier League. He's got one today. So Alan said he's not confident. He's on a pub call 7 to 8 Southampton fans tomorrow. I don't know what 7 to 8 means. Does that mean one's unconfirmed or one of them is like a closet Southampton fan? So there's 7 Southampton fans that have come out, with one guy's a bit of a secret Saints fan. I'm sure. Today's result will determine how good or bad my day is. No, it won't, Alan. It won't. It won't. If you order the right drinks, you'll have a good time regardless. It's got nothing to do with that. Right, so let's see what else we've got here. Scott said the Masuaku could release the ball quicker, it would be decent going forward. Don't disagree, but it's his defensive side of the game that I'm worried about. Going forward, it's not the best, but it's sort of okay, fair enough. It's his defensive side. And I think against Tottenham, Masuaku lost possession 23 times. That's an alarmingly high number. I'd get it if it's Benrahma. I'd get it if Benrahma loses the ball 23 times because he's trying to take players on and stuff and trying to create something in the final third. And players like that are always going to lose possession. But it felt like Masuaku didn't really do any of that. So how he lost the ball 23 times is concerning. Scott says maybe it's a fitness thing with Masuaku. Possibly. But like I said, I think Ben Johnson is obviously back. Had a good, decent enough game against Tottenham, got some minutes under his belt as well. So wait and see. Irish Thomas says Fanals and Ben Ryan need a good game. They haven't been pulling their weight. I completely agree with that. I think someone made a point earlier that we've obviously got a lot of games coming up. We're literally playing in 2 days' time. We're playing on 28th against Watford, who don't have a game today. Their game is off due to COVID in their squad, so I don't know how impacted that has on their training schedule and stuff like that at Watford. But you'd imagine it gives them a slight advantage over West Ham ahead of that match. But I don't think we can afford to rotate. I don't think we can afford to play anything other than our best squad today against Watford and against Crystal Palace, because we're desperate for the points. 1 win in 6 is not good form. We need to sort that out. Robert, I completely agree with you. Southampton have got a lot of pace up front. I agree with that. I think if it is Walcott up front, which I expect, looking at the Saints team, him and Bro have the potential to cause Dawson and Diop a little bit of trouble today. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on, because I think generally, I think them two have done okay. I think against Tottenham, I thought Dawson and Diop had a bit of an iffy game. Not just them, there was others as well, but defensively, I thought we looked a little bit unstable, unsure, fragile, perhaps, if you like. Steve is holding his M&Ms close to his chest for 2-1 win. Brilliant, Steve, brilliant. I remember that. I remember. Hammer 1999 says that we would have went for Lanzini over Ben Rama, but hopes he proves them wrong. Shark is asking who's on the bench. Let me click on the West Ham bench for you for a minute. There you go. That's the West Ham bench for you. I'll leave it up for a minute and then switch it back. Right, let's have a look, see what you're all saying. Taz is saying Merry Christmas to everybody. Mark saying, what's happened to Creswell? Big miss. He's not anti-Masuaku, but he didn't expect Creswell to be out so low. Nobody did. David Moyes didn't expect him to be out this wrong. Moyes basically said he's chipped a bit of his bone when he crashed into the post, and it's causing him a little bit of bother, a bit of pain, and that's why he's not being picked at the minute. But I remember whoever we played last week, Burnley, I think it was. I think it was a Burnley game. Moyes said after it, Creswell's been training in London today. Feels like a while ago since we played Burnley. So, Hammer 99 says shoot low against Fraser Forster to score. He's not the best goalkeeper in the league, is he? Paul, what's your best card shout double in one match for any of today's games? Oh, someone's using their free Bet365 bet. I haven't seen the lineups. If you bear with me, live chat, I'll tell you my 3 players. So, in the Man City game, it's not really going to answer your question specifically, Paul, but I think Tielemans is good odds in the Man City game. And in the Tottenham game, I think Emerson Royale is good odds. And in the West Ham game, whoever's left wing, it's difficult. You've almost got to guess. And then in the Norwich Arsenal game, Brandon Williams or Max Irons, possibly both. If you want a double, who's the referee? Graham Scott, yeah. If you want a double, Paul, if you're insisting on a double from one game, I'd probably do Aarons and Williams of Norwich City against Arsenal. I think Arsenal's wingers have been in unbelievable form in the last few weeks. Bonnie Hammer's going Watford. Hopes Boris doesn't cancel it. I don't think he will, mate. I think you'll be all right. I'm planning on going to Man U on the 22nd of January. When I booked the train, I was a bit unsure if I was going to get, but I'm pretty confident I'm getting to go now. Jake says, Masuaku makes his arse clench every time he gets a ball or a position attack. Creswell played against Spurs, we would have won. Interesting call about the latter part of that, but I agree with the first part. It worries me. Mark says, Masuaku left back, guess which side of the park Saints will attack. This is the worst thing, Mark. I think the thing that worries me the most is Southampton are strong. Southampton are strong down the right anyway, without having to take any sort of consideration into who West Ham's opponents are. Southampton are just better down the right-hand side with Livramento there. So our weakness is up against their strongest side. It's concerning. Danny thinks he's shocking as well. And Creswell said that, Major said Creswell did get stabbed in half by the post. Yeah, don't disagree. I did think he was going to be out for a few games and weeks, if you like. I'm not surprised he's out for this long. Everyone's had a sore back at some point in their life, right? And everyone knows that when you've hurt your back, it stings. It stings. GP, is Gio going to match? No, I'm here. Hello, I'm here. But if you mean Gonzo, yes. Gonzo's at the game today, and our Pringles still crisps. That's a Gonzo thing, but I still think they're crisps. I agree with Declan Rice. Just thought I'd put it out there. Declan Rice wants to come on the review. In case I knew you're new to the channel. Eddie says, contest possibly what day the window will announce its first signing. Do you know something, Eddie? You've put me off a sidetrack here, but I'm not that confident in the January transfer window in terms of West Ham. I don't like what I'm hearing. The rumours, I guess, and they are just rumours. There might be stuff going on in the background that we don't know about, and we're going to get a nice, pleasant surprise. I'm just a bit concerned that it's going to drag on a little bit. Like I said, we've got a game on the 1st of January. Now, a new signing coming in for that is unlikely going to get into the team anyway. However, we have games in January. We need players in. Every week that goes by, you miss out on potential points, or the new signing potentially making an impact to help you get points in that game. I don't think January is going to be a good month for West Ham. I hope I'm wrong. I pray I'm wrong. I'm just not too sure. I agree with Scott. Nice to have an impact sub on the bench. That's the good thing. Dave says, Matt says that he's anti-Masuaku. Irish Tommy says Southampton to score they heard it here first. We've not played that game for a little while. Not played that game. But yes, if Southampton scores for Tommy, you're definitely the first person that you've said that to me. I'm really annoyed Elise is not in on left centre back. I'm annoyed that Elise is not on the bench, Kevin. I never really considered that. I should just think about who's on the bench for West Ham. We've got 3 right backs and no centre backs, have we? We don't have a centre back on the bench today. Fredericks, Johnson, and Ashby, but no Elise. See, this is where this is my biggest group. One of my biggest gripes. It's one of my biggest gripes to David Moyes. I think he picks his bench going by experience and or favourites rather than having a balanced bench. Rather than leave out Ryan Fredericks, turn around to Ryan Fredericks and say, listen, you're just back from injury. You're not really that fit, so we're going to leave you out today. I'm going to have Elise on there. So I've got a right back, a centre back, centre mid, an attacker mid, a striker. He doesn't do that. He just thinks, well, which experienced player, who's my most senior players that are available? Them. It's almost like he works down the list and just puts them in. It doesn't matter. I don't care if I've got 3 right backs and those centre backs. I'm going with the most experienced players. And that's my frustration sometimes, because often people will say, well, we struggled to win that game and our bench wasn't that good anyway, but the bench could have been better. Could you imagine today, right, that for whatever reason, the game's drawn, Diop gets injured, Diop goes off, someone comes on, Ben Johnson comes on and plays centre-back, and we go on to lose the game. There will be an element of, if only we didn't have Zuma and Ogbonna injured, we'd have had a centre-back. Well, we could have had a centre-back on the bench anyway, but we chose not to have one. We chose to go with 3 senior right-backs instead. It's a frustration. I know Ashby's not a senior, but Moyes is very much big Towson and Ashby up more than any other youngster at West Ham. And maybe said he's close to Premier League football. That is a big compliment. I get it. But I don't think you need Ashby, Fredericks and Johnson on the bench today. Johnson can cover left-back, obviously. But I don't think you need all of them, all 3 of them. I think we've not missed a trick. I think we've messed up not having Elise on the bench or Baptiste. Why is Johnson on the bench? I don't know. Mark says cracked ribs are a proper pain. He done 3, took a couple of months to get over them. Painful, just breathing. Tom says today will be down to Benrahma and Fornals to turn up. I think everybody's just feeling that. I think everybody's expecting that. They've got to step up. Mandy says Fornals there to cover Masuaku today with Benrahma ahead left wing. See, I think that's why Fornals is there as well. I think Fornals is there to chase Livramento. And if so, I will be backing Pablo Fornals to get booked today. He's actually in hospitality. ETC Sports have got tickets for hospitality, and Gonzo's got them today. So he's taken his dad, and he's taken, I could be wrong, it might just be 1, it might be 2. I think he's taken 2 patrons with him as well, just to say thank you for being patrons. So there's a couple of patrons with Gonzo today in hospitality. There's a little prize. So ETC Sports kindly gave us the hospitality tickets. Obviously, Gonzo only needed 2, which left 2 more. So he offered them up on Patreon, and he's taking patrons. So we try and look after our patrons. We do sometimes. Right, let's have a little look. Jake's cracked a bone in his lower back, just like Chris. Well, he couldn't play for 6 months. Making twins would literally scream. James asking if there are any rumours on Jonathan David. I don't think there is, personally. I hope there is. Don't see it. Taz asking about Moyes and Masuaku that we seem to miss. I don't know. I don't know, mate. I'm not too sure. Michael's asking which of the three is in the 10. He'd rather Fornals. I think you're right. I think Ben Rama's in there. I think against Tottenham, Vlasic played slightly to the right and Lanzini played slightly to the left. Different formation, and they were both playing sort of behind Jared Bowen, but Vlasic was slightly to the right, which would indicate, I think, that it's going to be Fornals left, Vlasic right, and Ben Rama through the middle. I think that's what we'll line up like. I could be wrong. That's what I think so. Yes, correct. Ian says 1 win in 6. And we're 5th in the league. Happy days. It's good. It's good. It's one of them. Glass half full, glass half empty. You want to look at it the other way. It's, well, had we won a couple of them, we'd still be in the top 4. So swings and roundabouts. Dean's captain Bowen in FPL. I got Bowen in today. I transferred him in. Got rid of Salah. I've got rid of Salah and took in Jared Bowen. That's what I've done. We used to say that him and Charlie were saying last night, and Moyes is turning Southgate for right backs, and we want Joey O'Brien. But to be fair, haven't we? Paulo says, what an incredible record against Saints. Can we take control of midfield? We should be able to. We should. Rice and Souček against Romeo and Ward-Prowse. It's an even battle. Sometimes they're outnumbered, the West Ham lot. You know, against Tottenham, I thought what they did in the second half was brilliant. I think the fact they took on Winks and went Winks, Skips and Højbjerg up against Souček and Rice killed our game a little bit. Should be even Stevens in there today, and I expect R2 to get the better of them. So, yeah, I'm expecting us to do well in the middle of the park. Mason thinks Antonio at the bench can make a big difference. Agree. And let's keep having a look. Let's see. Irish Pope. Irish Pope. You're not the Pope. Irish Tommy says we need to get off to a fast start today. Put Saints on the back foot. Get that mental edge over them. Take advantage of their lack of confidence. Thoughts on Vlasic? I liked him against Tottenham. I still think he'll come good. Gonzo said he doesn't think he'll come good. I said I think he will. One of us is going to be correct. Well, it depends what you determine is correct. We could end up where he does all right and we'll have to argue if he's turned good or not. So we'll wait and see. Kevin's saying, how many times will Ben Rama shoot inside? Oh, 4, I reckon. 4. At least 4. 3 of them outside the box trying to bend into the far corner. Might work. He's due one, isn't he? It's law of averages. You can try it 50 times. You're bound to get one correct, don't you? Thoughts on Charlie's lucky baby bells? I like a baby bell. I do like a baby bell. And listen, if Charlie guzzles 4 today and we win, there's something in his methods. Proof is in the pudding, as they say. How do I feel that Charlie's never tried a chicken or lamb? I thought he might have tried the lamb one. I didn't think he tried the chicken one. The lamb one, I thought he would have tried. I'll sort that out next time I see him. I'll get him one. Tara says, don't you remember when we was rubbish? No, this is telling that we was all the team. How much trouble? Yeah, it's just one of them that it's a YouTube thing, isn't it? My New Year's resolution. I don't believe in resolutions, but I'm going to bring one out specifically, and that's not to get too tied down and them kind of comments on YouTube. And I'm just going to ignore them from now on. I'll reply to the nice people, but those that aren't too nice. It's like when if Lingard was trying to transfer a request tomorrow, you did a video talking about it, there will 100% be at least 2 people go, oh, not another Lingard video. Well, the video literally says Jesse Lingard hands in transfer request. You clicked on it. How are you surprised we're talking about Jesse Lingard? I don't know. It's like I'm pretty certain some people that watch these and comments and complaints, pretty certain some of these people go through the TV guide, click on Coronation Street, and then go, oh, rubbish, not Kevin Webster again. I'm fed up seeing Kevin Webster. Well, it's Coronation Street. What do you expect? Don't click on Coronation Street if you don't want to see Kevin Webster. I hope Kevin Webster's still in it. Otherwise, I'm going to look a little bit silly. I went for an old school character. Sticking an educated guess that Kevin Webster is still in it. Anyway. Where is Ocoflex COVID? No, he's just not picked. He's just not selected. It's what Moyes does with his bench. What I'm saying, this is what I believe he does. Instead of dropping Yarmolenko and putting Ocoflex in there, which would be edgy as a manager, if you like, he plays it safe by putting Yarmolenko in there. He doesn't want to upset his experienced players. This is if I could change one thing about Moyes currently, it would be that. Just pick the best bench. Pick the best. You've got Antonio as your striker, right? Lanzini, you've got him in there. You've got Noble and Krell, right? Okay, you can maybe do with Flex or Yarmolenko. Pick the best one, the one that's most likely to contribute to us today and going forward. I've already complained about the centre-back ones. How are we meant to watch? Charlie will tell you. We'll be saying, where is it being broadcast? Charlie will tell you. Charlie will be along in a few minutes, and Charlie will tell you how you can get involved. There is a way. I'll leave it for Charlie. It's Charlie's thing, isn't it? Yes, Mitchell is another. For people saying, then Mitchell's having a joke. Anyway, sorted. Perhaps they'd be happy if Lingard did a cameo Coronation Street using Manchester. Oh no, they'd complain about that as well. Is Charlie awake? He is. Charlie is awake. He'll be here in a couple of minutes' time. Right. I've crikey, just noticed time. Get your comments into live chat. Are we going to win? What's your score prediction? Get your any thoughts in about how the game's going to go, as well as your score predictions. Get in the live chat and let's take a little look. I said 2-1 in the match preview. I'm going to stick with 2-1. I'm going to be very specific. I tend to stay away from predictions. But do you know something? Let's do this. It's Christmas, isn't it? Let's go big. I am going to do another bet giveaway, an impulsive one. Don't tell Gonzo because I'm not doing this again. Every game we don't win. We've won one or two, right? But we don't win very often. And every time it loses, I'll lose a fiver, don't I? So the fivers add up. So I'm only doing this once, right? I'm going to do a very specific bet that I think will win, and it's going to be quite a big bet, right? It's going to be big odds, big money. It's 100 to 1. It's 100 to 1. Right, so if this bet wins, and no one tell Gonzo I've done this, so he'll want me to do it again. If this bet wins, I'm going to give 5 people £100. It's 100 to 1. I've chucked a fiver on it, so I'll give 5 people £100. West Ham to win, Fornals to be booked, Bowen and Broha to score, and West Ham to get 4 corners. Quite a big bet. In the live chat, I want you to put, I don't know what to put in the live chat now. I'll wait till Charlie comes along in a minute. Charlie can pick something, but I'm going to give 5 people 100 quid if that bet wins. That's my bet. That's the Geo bet, that is. I'm going specific. I'm feeling it. Let's see what you're saying for your score predictions. So GP says 3-0, 3-1 by Lambretta, 3-2 by Moby, 3-2 by Jake, 3-1 from Scarborough, 3-0, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. Lots of 3-1s. 3-1 again. 3-1 again. We do have a habit of scoring 3 against Southampton, don't we? I think the last 3 games or something at home for West Ham, we've scored 3 against them, and we've got more points against Southampton or more wins against Southampton in our Premier League history than anyone else. So data says yes to 3-1. 3-0. 3-1. He's on the bench. Adam Armstrong's definitely on the bench. I don't think Che Adams was. They've got Shane Long, but Adam Armstrong is on the bench. 2-1 West Ham, 3-1 West Ham, 5-1, 3-1, 3-2. Lots of 3s. 3-1, 3-0. Bowen hat-trick, 4-1, 3-2. Oh, there's loads of 3s here. Gary, 3-0, 5-0 from Tom, 4-0 from Scott. He does say Dawson will score them all, so I think he sort of throws doubt over the seriousness of his prediction. Apache says 2-0. Lots of people predicting a Vlasic goal. I like it. If I could pick one West Ham player to score today, well, it'll be Bowen from a bet. But apart from that, it would be Vlasic. I'd like to see him getting up and running. Correct. For those with the Paddy Power account, if you go on it, you can get a free £5 bet for any bet builder on Premier League today. And for most people, you've got a free £5 bet for the Premier League on Bet365 as well. And not only that, for the King George, which is at 3:05. So if you check your Bet365 account, you might have a couple of free £5 bets in there, plus one on Paddy Power as well. We've got 3-1, 3-1, 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, 2-0, 4-1, 3-1, 2-0, 4-0. Oh, loads of people are predicting West Ham score 3 today. Vlasic scoring again, 3-2 with Charlie's lucky baby bells. We'll wait and see if he comes up. 3-0 from Joe and 3-0 from Christopher. 2-1 from Taz. 5-1. 3-0. Loads of, it's all just threes. Everywhere it's threes. 3 goals, 3 points, and 3 for Vlasic. 3-1. 2-0, 2-0, 3-all. Nobody said 2-2. Everybody, there's always a 2-2. There it is. Haaland's done it. 2-2. He passed away. The cheeky Desmond 2-2 passed away today. So there's definitely going to be a 2-2 in the Premier League today. And it's definitely going to be someone's bet big on it because Desmond 2-2 passed away. Someone's going to basically win money off the death of someone. That's my prediction anyway. There's a 2-2 somewhere in the Premier League today. Probably Villa, Chelsea. That's my inkling. 3 goals today, none from the starting front 4. That would be impressive. There will be Paul. Charlie will be along in a minute or 2. He was meant to be here 5 minutes ago and he's not arrived yet. But Charlie will be here in a couple of minutes and he'll tell you how you can get involved. Irish Tommy says Craig Dawson is due a goal from a corner. We are due a goal from a corner, aren't we? Feels like a while. I'll tell you what surprised me. It probably shouldn't. It was a Tottenham game, weren't it? We got a corner. Dawson header happening. No, but don't worry. We were playing Tottenham, weren't we? And it was the first corner that we got. We got the first corner of the game, our one, and it came up showing our sort of set-piece goals ranking in the Premier League. I assumed we'd be first, but we're second. We're second for goals from corners, and we're second from goals from set pieces. Someone stole it. Someone has stole our trophy. Do you know that meme? I think it's Portsmouth on FIFA lifting a cup, but there's actually no cup. There's a glitch, so he's just going like this, and they're all celebrating. There's nothing there. That's West Ham with the set piece goals. That's our trophy. Someone's pinched it essentially, so we've got to get back. So I need Craig Dawson to step up a little bit and get some goals. He's missed a couple of sitters this season, hasn't he, Dawson? Can't remember who the last one was against, but certainly against Tottenham, he missed a header. I'd expect him to do better from. Vinny saying Desmond 2-2 probably never realised he was the lord of the 2-2 draw. Rest in peace, Desmond 2-2. I wonder if he did. He must have done. He must be aware of things like this. I always wonder if people are aware of it. And what made me decide that people are aware of this is because of Nicola Sturgeon, really. There's this comedian on YouTube. I say comedian. It's like I don't know if she is actually a comedian or just somebody with a YouTube channel that happens to be funny. But she used to do voiceovers on Nicola Sturgeon, and it became popular during lockdown because obviously people were sat at home, and she would take a clip of Nicola's latest COVID update and she'd put a voiceover on it, and it was sometimes relatively funny. And anyway, there was always a little thing. Does Nicola watch this? Does Nicola watch this woman taking the piss out of Nicola Sturgeon? Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, they actually paid Sturgeon's party, SNP actually paid this comedian 10 grand to promote boosters. So Nicola Sturgeon paid a woman that took the piss out of Nicola Sturgeon 10 grand to promote something that Nicola Sturgeon wanted promoted. How about that? So all this time you're like, who's this woman? Anyway, it turns out this woman had done a few naughty tweets in the past. They came to publicity. Everyone was like, nice one, Nicola. Look who you've just paid. So the woman then had to donate. She didn't have to, but she did. She donated 10 grand. Her fee, she donated it to charity to sort of take the heat off her. Anyway, Charlie, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I mean, it's in your country, the leader sort of takes the joke. In our country, we voted number 5 in the charts, a song calling Boris Johnson the C word. So, you know, it moves. It moves. I don't know. Did you see this, by the way? So on the charts, there was a song going around that was trying to get to Christmas number 1 that was called Boris Johnson is an effing C word, but the actual words. And so I was like, I see your movements, but with those words, it's never going to happen. Well, they got to number 5, and I purposely listened to the radio announcement of it. You know, when they announced the top 10 or whatever. And they were like, at number 5, it's a song about Boris Johnson. And I was like, smooth. You've managed to artfully avoid saying some swear words on the radio.
I'm going to say that in the review then. I'm going to be like, that Theo Walcott's a right song about Boris Johnson.
There you go. It works. It works. No, I'm all right. Tired, but what can you do?
You confident?
Do you know what? Looking at the teams, I kind of am, to be honest. I don't know why. Looking at them now, I'm more confident than I was yesterday or whenever we did the preview. So sorry, Christmas Eve. I'm more confident now than I was, I think. I don't know whether it's because it's the lineup I said or whether it's because I'm looking at something to do with Southampton.
Before I disappear, I need you to come up with a good phrase. I need two things from you. First of all, people keep asking how they can watch the game, and I said you would tell people.
Oh, well, if you're looking for the game, I'll briefly full screen myself. I apologize. If you're looking for the game, ladies and gentlemen, there is definitely one place you can look. If you scroll down into the description below, there's a bit down there that says join our Discord. Now, it's a free thing. It's a free thing. West Ham community, Hammers Chat community, lovely. But importantly, on the left-hand side, if you scroll down, there's a bit called stream links. And if you click on that, you might get what you're looking for. I can't say for certain, but you would know that stream links suggest
it's a
something.
very handy place to go if you're looking
you're
looking to watch a game. It's a handy place.
I know. Sometimes we've got other things in there like links for the boxing and and flipping UFC when it happens and all that sort of stuff. But I'm just saying there's a thing there.
Right, I need you to come up with a good phrase for the live chat. So I've already done the bet giveaway. We've done that, but we're doing a second one, Charlie, because it's no longer Christmas. To celebrate Christmas being over and done with, I decided I would do an extra bet, and 5 people win £100 each if this wins. And it's a very long shot, but this is Geo vibes, right? So West Ham to win, Bowen and Brohard to score. Finals to get booked up against Liverpool, I hope, and West Ham to get 4 or more corners in the game. That all happens. 5 people win £100. What do you want them to put in the live chat in order to enter said competition?
I like what Irish Tommy's just put here. Don't mess with my tutu, unless that's what you used in the first time.
No, I didn't. Hammer 99 was quite clever actually. Remember the Southampton song "Saints in Europa"?
Oh yeah,
changed it to West Ham in Europa.
I back that. That was good.
I liked it as well, so I thought that one would do. Good. I get it. Wise man, it's clever. But so yes, put that in the live chat. Don't mess with my tutu. Put that in the live chat, and you'll enter the second potential giveaway. And that's the bet I've just read out. If it wins, I'll give 5 people £100. That's a geo-specific bet to celebrate Christmas being over and done with for another 364 days until we do it all over again.
He says this like yesterday. He was loving life on the stream. On the special little stream, giving out prizes if you were there. It was all kinds of nonsense going on. Gia was loving life. Still.
It's nice to give people some items. Just
I don't disagree.
We're not made of money, we can only do it once.
No, I don't disagree. To be fair.
Give away a scarf, a mug, and a t-shirt. And then the person that won the mug gave it away to someone else.
Yeah.
I had to give away a second mug because I felt guilty about the first one, giving it up for someone that really wanted it, and I felt guilty. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to give it to them as well. So 2 people got a mug.
Had to. That's what Gio says when he doesn't want to admit that he was feeling the Christmas spirit and wanted to give for the people.
I felt guilty. Right, Charlie, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to go get ready to watch the game. I'm going to go on to Discord and find a link for said game. You all know where to find it. Charlie just showed you. So Charlie, I shall leave you to watch along, and I'll be back to do the review, my friend.
Sweet. I'll see you then. Thank you very much, Gio, and thank you very much, of course, to Stuart Morris Accountants. They are your accounting professionals. If you need personal accountancy, you need business accountancy, you're coming off for the Christmas period, money is something that we're probably more aware of than ever before, then check them out. Use them if you need them because they do brilliant work. West Ham fan runs it, sorted us out. That's why we're here. They make the watch-alongs possible. They help a lot. They help a lot on the channel, to be fair. A hell of a lot. So thank you very much to Stuart Morris Accountants, and thank you very much, of course, to you for watching. Hello, everyone. How are we all? I hope you're well. Hope you had a lovely day yesterday, whatever time you whatever you did. Whatever you ended up doing, I hope you had a beautiful time, whether it was Christmas related or not. And today we're going to get a cheeky dub on Vibin, a very, very cheeky dub. But let's get going very quickly because we've got 16 minutes until kickoff. Let's start by asking on a scale of 1 to 10 how confident you are. 1 being the least confident, 10 being the most confident. How confident are you in a West Ham result today? Let me know. What time do you end up going to sleep? Too late. 7 something. It was bad. Is Stuart Morris a Baby Bell fan? As far as I'm aware, yes. And I fully respect the whole firm for that. I've got it on good authority that they respect the Baby Bell, and that's important. That's important. That's important. Tom's asking how you watch the game. That's no worries, Tom. What you do is you scroll down. There's a thing there. You can have a little click on it. I'll leave that playing while I talk to some of the other people. Let's see. Right. Afternoon, Tommy. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hope things are all good with you and you had a lovely day yesterday. Let's have a look at some of these confidence. Merry Christmas, says Leon. Merry Christmas, Leon. I hope you're well. Hope the Fens are doing you strong this day. 7, 7, 8, 7, 9, 9.9. Flipping hell, Richie. Bloody confident, aren't you? I love it. I love it. 8, 7. I'm flipping hell. I haven't heard so. One of my dad's friends used to call me Charlie Farley all the time. They used to go, Charlie Farley, down the phone at me every time I picked up. I haven't heard that in years. Hello, Knackered. I hope you're well. Is it you? Are you John? You are. Flipping heck. Mind blown. Chuck, good to see you. Hope you're well. Looking forward to doing 2 Spanish with you next week. Or the week after, I should say at this point. Sorry. Tomorrow we have someone else on. But then Chuck's coming on the week after. I'm very excited, Chuck. I'll email about you that. I'll email you about that later. 8, 9 all day long. He's a little bit less with a 6, but still strong. Still strong. How's it firing, Charlie? On all cylinders, bro. Five, 10. Dave's coming in even more confident. 10. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mike. I hope you're well. I hope you had a beautiful day, my friend. I hope you're well. I hope you're good. Had a lovely old time. A lovely old time. Hope you're good. Afternoon, Jeff. How are you? As it's Christmas, can I have a win, please? I'll do what I can. Madman's coming in with a pie with a bit of 3.141. Less confident than I would suspect, but I respect it nevertheless for the mathematical accuracy. How many last-minute voice notes did you send? Don't know what you're talking about. A lot. Scott, my potato and call me Penny. Hello, how are you, sir? I hope you're well. I hope you had a good time. It's getting there slowly. I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I can't lie. They should appear soon if they're not there yet. The people in the Discord are usually pretty good with that sort of stuff. Looking for a Boxing Day bounce back from the lags. I think this is what I'm feeling as well, right? I think that's what I'm feeling as well. He's in the bedroom. Bollocks. I left him there. I'll go get him at halftime. This is what I'm looking for, and it's something I'm confident for. Is this idea that I think we will have the bounce back. We saw some good signs against Tottenham, right? The sprouts of beginnings of good West Ham coming back again. And I think at this point, a game like Southampton is the right game to really step to the opponents, to really try and build upon that. And I think that's a good thing. I think by the end of this, we'll have a much better. We'll be feeling better. That's the vibe I'm getting. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm wishing for. 6, massive game for me today. That is, I can appreciate, Woody. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all right. I hope you're good. Chuck said he's not sure about the lineup. Let's have a look at the lineup, shall we? If you just joined and you did not see the lineup pre-game, I hope this works. I did love that. If you did not see the lineups before the match, let's have a little cheeky look at them, shall we? West Ham lineup as such: Fabianski, Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Masuaku in a back 4, Rice and Souček in a double pivot, Vlasic, Fornals, and Ben Rama just behind Jarrod Bowen up front. That means on the bench is Mikel Antonio alongside Areola, Ashby Fredericks Johnson in a triple right back situation. As me and Reese were saying last night, he's very Gareth Southgate. Krau, Noble, Lanzini, and Yarmolenko. If you're looking for Southampton's lineup, they line up as such. Forster has made his return in goal after his injury, which means Caballero drops to the bench. Livramento at right back, Bednarak, Salisu at centre backs with Carl Walker-Peters at left back. Oriol Romeu and James Ward-Prowse in a double pivot in a midfield 4 with Walcott on one side, probably Ella Anusi on the other, and Redmond and Brohart up front. That's the way I suspect it will be. We could see Redmond drop and Ella Anusi play up front alongside Brohart, but still, we'll see what happens. That bench: Caballero, Simu, Valerie, Peru, Diallo, Stuart Armstrong, Adams, Che, of course, Shane Long, and Adam Armstrong. 3 strikers. They have more strikers on their bench than we have at the club. Isn't that mad? Isn't that completely and utterly mad? But there you go. There you go. So if you're looking for the sides, that's what they're looking like. That's what they're vibing. Talk about that. Like, this is the lineup I said on the preview. This is what I was sort of hoping for. Like I said, Masuaku would maybe switch out for Ben Johnson. But apart from that, that's pretty much the lineup. I'm a bit concerned about Masuaku playing at left back as well. Not even left wing back, just at left back. But outside of that, I think that's good. And I think that's a side that can take it to Southampton. I'm also excited to see Vlasic start. I think it's a decent sign. I think it's a decent sign. And as Duke saying here, which I 100% back, 10 out of 10 for me, 3-1 on Vlasic to score. I would love to see Vlasic score. I'll stick to my 2-1, but you know, it is what it is. How was your Christmas? My Christmas was lovely. Thank you very much, Rob. I appreciate you asking. Very sleep filled from your boy, but it was lovely. So I appreciate you asking. Thank you. Hope you're well, Rob. So, right. So let's go. Any news on Crest? As far as I know, no, I haven't seen anything apart from he's just considerably not good. Considerably not good currently, but we'll see how that ends up developing. Pocky, Sat, good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. I will email. I saw your email this morning. I haven't read it, but I saw it come into my inbox. I will reply after this because I'm slow today. But I will reply. Budgie, is that you, Budgie? It looks like you, Budgie. Good to see you. If it's not, regardless. Hello. I hope it's you though, because it looks like you. Hoping for a free one today. Big plays. Lots of 3-1s I'm seeing. Lots of 3-1s. Yeah, Cavallaro must be 50 years old now. He's getting there. Not a bad free transfer goalkeeper if you're looking for one. Do you know what I mean? It's just about if you need a backup quickly. But he's very old. He's very old. So we are just over 7 minutes away from kickoff. So let's go into Sub Bingo, shall we? Sub Bingo is the game where you tell me exactly when David Moyes will make his first substitution. Just the minute. Doesn't have to be the person if you want, but if you want to put the person as well, you can. There is the team, just in case you need to know the bench. Sorry, there is the bench, just in case you're vibing it. I'm going to go ahead and stick with 69 as per usual. I'm just going to stay with that forever until I'm correct. There's enough right backs. It's probably got to be one of them. But I think realistically, you're probably seeing a Lanzini for Benrahma. No, Antonio for Benrahma. That's my bet. 69, Antonio for Benrahma. Let's have a gander at what you guys are. Kieran saying he'll take a 1-0. I take a 1-0 as well, mate. I can't lie to you. If we got a 1-0 and the performance was good, happy with that. Happy with that all day. You know what I mean? Happy with that all day. That's all I want. The performance is what I'm more concerned about, because good performances, you'll get good results eventually. Bad performances, you'll get bad results eventually. So as long as we keep putting in good performances, then I'm happy. So if we get a smash and grab 1-0, but we were a much better team and the performance was good, all day, mate. All day. What's good, Matthew? Good to see you. Hope you're well, my bro. Hope you're well. I'm all right. I'm good. I have a... I'll grab it at halftime. Charlie, I'm deeply disappointed. You missed the traditional message, but Red Scots. Did I miss yours? Bro, I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I hope you're well. I hope you're good. I saw Scots. I said Scots, didn't I? Bro, this is how tired I am. I can't even remember what happened 2 minutes ago. Who's the roasted potatoes of the West Ham lineup? Pablo Fornals. He's just... You can't be telling me he's not a beautiful boy. He's so good. So good. Just a beautiful man doing beautiful bits. I may confuse you. I thought it was you. I was like, that picture is Budgie's picture. I just zoomed in and I know obviously Dax, the boy, the dog. So I was like, it had to be Bud. Anyway. Right. Let's have a look at some of these types. 50, 77. Scroll, Lanzini for Benny. That's another strong shout, to be fair. 64. Double sub on the 8th minute. Both Dawson and Diop injured. Hammers 99. Why are you Why do people do this to me before the game? Why do people insist on stressing me like this right before matches? I don't need it. I don't need it. Hopefully one missing Masuaki for Johnson He realizes he's made a mistake. Less stressful, but good. I like that. Antonio for Vlasic in the 65th minute. Fabianski for Antonio on the 5th. 91st minute. Yarmo for Bowen to waste time. Wally, that is an outrageously strong shout. I love that. Love that. 8 minutes after Ben Rama gets injured and misses the AFCON. Yeah, I mean, as long as he's injured for like a week and misses it still, I'd be happy with that. I wouldn't be happy with it. I never want anyone to get injured, but it'd be useful, let's say. 60 minutes, Bowens off Antonio. Strong shout, to be fair. 62nd, 63rd, 61st. Oyoe Charlie, dub, 69. I don't know what that was, but I hit it anyway. Hope you're well, bro. Nice to see you about 3 hours after I last spoke to you. Flipping heck. Why did I do that? Yes, it's Budgie using another profile to give the extra likes. Budgie. My G. Be like Budgie, everyone. Like the video. Like the video. Remember, if we get to 300 likes, then I don't have to eat coal. And at this time of year, there's a lot of coal about. We're already over 100. So, listen. We're at 300 is doable today. 300 is 100% doable today. Come on. Come on. What else are we saying? 72, 64. 4 hours off for Lanzini. 45 minutes Johnson for Masuaku. Big play, so I can't lie to you. 75. 45 Ben for Arthur. Another big play. Logan pulling it in there. Just big plays all round. 57.44 says Madman. 68th minute. Let's see. Scroll down. Which ones did I miss when I was going up? Because I think I missed a couple. You're tired. It's only 8:45 a.m. I didn't get to bed till 3 a.m. Chris, I respect it. What I will say is I didn't get to bed until gone 7 a.m. here, and I'm also live on the internet. And just struggling. So it is what it is. I'm trying. Let's keep going. What meat did you have yesterday? I had turkey, beef, ham, and cooked. Flipping heck, Major. You went in big. I think we had duck. I didn't cook it, so I can't confirm. And I don't know what duck tastes like, but I think it was duck. I think it was duck. But again, I didn't cook it, so I can't tell you for some. 81st minute. Good evening, Mulch. It is basically the morning for me. We'll just keep moving, but I hope you're well, bro. If you've ever seen that graphic, this one, hang on. If you've ever seen this graphic and you've gone, oh, that's good. That's impressive. It's Mulch. All Mulch. Mulch made it. Not even, I had nothing to do with me. Mulch just messaged me out. No, it was like, yo, have you seen this? Do you want to use it? And I'm like, flipping hell. It's like, just, well, actually, didn't even say, do you want to use it? I was like, can I use it? Because it's so good. So if you've ever seen that, subscribe to Mulch. Make Rocket League coverage. Shout out Mulch. Doing bits. Vlasic to score 2 today. Love that. So we are just over a minute away from kickoff. So this is where I'll say thank you very much, everyone, for joining. I hope you are all well. Remember, we are here from now all the way through till full time, and then just after a little bit as well, while Gio gets ready to do his live review. But make sure to stick around because we were live throughout the rest of the time. But if you're only here for the build up and not for the watch along itself, I appreciate you. But hey, everyone sticking around, I appreciate you as well because we need you. I only do this by myself, and so I need the people. Game right, like I was saying, check our Discord. If you're not in there already, bro. Have a gander. If not, footy past, you know what I mean? But I hope you're well. Game right. Merry Christmas as well. I hope you're well. I've used many of your videos in the past for figuring out puzzles I just couldn't get around. So I hope you're well. But yeah, we are live throughout the entirety of the game. Remember, I do watch alongs every single match day. So make sure to come back, subscribe, hit the like button, all of that good stuff, because I need you here because I do this by myself. And without you, it's crap. It would be utter rubbish. Otherwise, I hope you're well. Merry Christmas. If you're heading off for the game, enjoy yourself. Big dubs incoming. Deploy the boys in that. Let's go. Let's bloody go. Todd's here as well. Todd, good to see you. Mike's here. Fatima's wanted for Ben Rama. I'm hoping a big performance, Fatima. I can't lie to you. I hope I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. Right, let's have a let's get my TV definitely working because I am 100% definitely in the US or wherever the game is actually being shown today. Remember, I will have the timer going so you can tell exactly how far behind you I am, which will be somewhat, is the answer to that. Somewhat. So make sure to have a look at that. There is not. If you click the link in the description below that says join our Discord budget, you should be able to have a gander straight from there. It should let you in. It'll say, do you want to join? But it should be that. I don't know if we're still doing the rules thing. You might do where you might need to click a little green thing to accept the rules. Which basically just don't be a dick, which is the same thing in this live stream. Those are the rules here around here. Just don't be a prick and it's fine. You're welcome here as long as you want. But yeah, we'll see how that ends up playing out. But yeah, so just let me know if you have any trouble and I can try and help you out as much as I can. Ben Rama should aim to oust Balesi as Algeria's first choice left wing by some consistent contribution from Moyes boys. Love that, Evan. That's good knowledge for a start, which I'm big into. Some strong knowledge there. And secondly, I'd love the consistent performances. I would be big here for. I can't lie to you. I would be big here for. So here we go. The match is about to kick off. Everyone's huddling in the middle of the pitch. Everyone's huddling in the middle of the pitch. I think I'm going to be a bit behind, but we'll see. We'll see how it vibes. Sorry, I've just seen. Reese, hang on. Let me just do a cheeky stuff. So Reese said I saw this just come past. Check Twitter, right? So I click on it, right? Let me just if you haven't, by the way, already follow me on Twitter, why not? A-Top Lad. But that's the wrong button. That's that one. This is the one I was looking for. It's gonna happen. Let's go. The game is when I've got to click on the timer, but let's go. Shout out, follow Reese. Well, yeah, why not? Why not? You know what I mean? He's producing bangers like that. You got to get involved. Right, let's sort out a timer because the game has started, and I was looking at a picture of a legend. Let's have a quick click. Where is the timer? The timer is here. So we are underway here at the London Stadium. It was West Ham United versus Southampton. Deploy the boys. Let's go. Big plays. Hoping for a big result. I'm hoping for a big old result. I'm vibing a big result. I feel like we can get a win here. I feel like a win is a big result. We haven't had the form of late, so any sort of win here is a good result for us. Getting us back on track, getting us back in that hunt for the European spots. I know we're not technically out of it positionally, but it feels like form-wise we definitely are. So if we can start getting involved there, then that'll be good. Early doors though, Broha just spins Masuaku, but it's a Diop who's a big boy, stops him and puts it out for a throw in. Good work, Issa. But Broha, early doors turning Masuaku and charging down. I'll tell you what, Broha's a decent player, isn't he? He's a decent player. Stan, hope you're well, bro. How's things? Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good one and all that. Hope you're good. Livramento trying to step up to Masuaku, whose position wasn't too bad there. Forces Southampton back. West Ham begin to press. I'm interested to see Jarrod Bowen up front today. It's what I wanted. I said it in the preview. I wanted to see him up front as opposed to Mikel Antonio, even if Antonio was back, which he is today. He's on the bench because I just think he was more impressive recently. Antonio's just been completely out of form, and as I said on that, I don't think it's a long-term solution. I'm not sitting here saying that I think Jarrod Bowen's going to be the long-term solution up front. I think out of the two of them, Antonio's still going to remain a striker. But just for the here and now, take Antonio out of the firing line, put someone up front who you know is going to be doing the bits, who's in form, and then hopefully that can give Antonio a bit of a boost. You know, that's kind of what I'm vibing. I don't know about you lot, but that's what I was happy with. West Ham winner 4-0. Flipping El Risco. That is a big play. Baby Bells at 69 minutes. Well, we'll see. There are Baby Bells in. The Baby Bells are here, people. Don't get too concerned, but the Baby Bells are here. And we'll see if we need them. Hopefully we won't. Masuaku's so crap. I can't wait till Ogbono comes back. When does he come back? I don't know when he comes back, honestly, Meme. I'm not sure. He's out for the rest of he's out for the rest of the season, isn't he? All right, everyone correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like I'm an idiot and I'm getting this wrong. But Ogbono's out for the rest of the season. Zuma's out till March, right? I think that's what it was. What's the match on? It is on NBCSN in America. It is not on in the UK. EJL is not on in the UK. But what I will say is there's definitely places you can find it if you want. You know what I mean? Not me. Adam's coming through with his 11 of the day. Big plays, Adam. Superior starting 11. Ooh, a 4-4-2. Goalkeeper Groot, like that. Important. Big, solid guy. Dependable. Do you know what I mean? We got Flash at left back. Hulk and Thor at centre backs. Big boys at centre backs. You like to see it. And right back Aquaman. If it's Jason Momoa, I'll take it. If it's not, we move. In the middle, Spider-Man, Ultra Instinct, Shaggy, Quicksilver, and Iron Man. Love that. Strikers, Batman and Superman. The partnership of kings. One Punch Man on a bet. What a One Punch Man shout at the end there, Adam. Love that. Big plays. One Punch Man. That was very exciting. I hadn't read ahead. I just pulled it up, knowing you'll be fine. But like, didn't read One Punch Man until the end. Big shouts. Big shouts. Big shouts. Dickham, what stadium is at? The London Stadium today. We are playing at home. Not in the UK. That's a piss take. Yeah, it's stupid. It's so stupid. What can you do? Zuma might be back before the end of Jan. Ooh, I hadn't heard that. I'll take it. I'll take it. I had not heard that. Romeo trying to bend it over the top. Looking forward, Prowse, who's not been in great form. Not been in great form today. Of late, according to Gio. I haven't seen Southampton more than enough, and I hadn't noticed, but apparently he's not in great form, which is good for us. Romeo tries to charge forward, hits it from range, it deflects off. I think it's a Diop. And now West Ham have the opportunity to break away. It's Pablo Fornal trying to just bend it into the path of Jarrod Bowen. Can't quite get there, but a nice idea, and a nice idea for a quick break, though. I've heard it's lovely this time of year. From the Portuguese. The flip am I talking about? My TV is crashing. Love that. I'm off 30-minute drive for a Pats game. Enjoy yourself. Up the Pats and all that. Big plays. Come on, deploy the boys for the Pats. Masuaku Scorpion 6 to science kept the critics for a few minutes. That would be beautiful, Evan. Imagine if he did that. Imagine if just out of nowhere he busted out a full-on Scorpion kick. It'd be unreal. It's never going to happen, bless. But imagine if it did. It'd be unreal. Just out of nowhere, just pings it. Bang. Bowen cuts on the inside, tries to find a little bit of space. Can't, but does find Soufal, who's back in the team today. Big performance from him necessary. And the thing is with Soufal at the moment is he knows he's going to need big performances. He knows he's going to need big performances because Ben Johnson is there and he's been doing well. So he can't get away with not bringing the heat. He has to. You know what I mean? He has to. Wonder what music Russ played. Yes. It's been 1 week since you looked at me, etc., etc. Look at the Chinese chicken. But when the drum starts kicking, with the expert, I would sing the whole song. Very capable of it. Don't ask questions. Yeah. We should bring back Javier Hernandez. Well, look, I quite like Javier Hernandez, and he was hard done by just because he didn't work in the system. But this system wouldn't work for him. But I think he's a great footballer. I think he's one of those people who, no matter where he's ever going to be in his career, he'll always score because he just has that striker's instinct, and that's kind of what you need. So as long as you're playing into that, as long as you're playing for the striker's instincts, I think it will always work for you, no matter what. I think it'd be good for him, but still. Walker Peters gets forward in a good position. Hit from range. It's 1-0 to Southampton, and it's Ella Anusi who gets the goal. Good shot from range, to be fair, from Ella Anusi. Picks up the ball, one touch, steadies himself, second shot, slots it. Love that from him. Good work. Don't love it from him from our perspective, obviously, but it's good work. Or Prowse lays it across to the right-hand side. They switch, sorry, to the left. They switch it quickly. Walker Peters just trying to get into a nice area. And to be fair, West Ham aren't in bad positions. There's no real bad positions there. Declan Rice is in front of Elanusi. He takes one touch to steady the ball. No one can get close enough to him. Declan Rice is tries to just turns his head because what are you going to do at that point? And he just slots it into the bottom corner. It's a very good finish, to be fair. It is a very good finish. And it's not like West Ham were in particularly bad defensive positions. It's just a case of the matter where you look at it and go, well, fair enough. Fair enough. He slotted that home really well. West Ham 0, Southampton 1. 8 minutes into the game. Interesting stat that the commentator just said is that no team has dropped more points from this position than Southampton have this season. So some definite upside here. But yeah, I'm glad I said 2-1 as my prediction. Not 1-0. I don't think West Ham did much wrong there. I mean, you could have stopped it sooner, but in defensively, they weren't in unreal positions. Don't get me wrong, but they weren't in particularly bad ones. It was just a piece of really nice play from Ed. Bro, it's just so good, man. He's just muscling people out of the way. Defensively, they were in decent enough positions. The ball came across to Elanusi, who was basically inside the D, and there was maybe no one a bit too close to him. We were probably too deep, but that's just how we play under David Moyes. But I think positionally, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. But it is what it is. Rice comes out to try and stop him, can't. Elanusi hits it early, which is what he needed to do. Any later than that, and he wouldn't have been able to hit it. And it's a really nice finish into that bottom corner. Sometimes you just got to say fair play. Fair play. It is not on TV in the UK. Is it? I'm not here to say. I don't think I'm correct any of the time. So feel free to correct me. I want to see it again and have a gander, but I didn't think they were bad at the time. Didn't think they were bad at the time. I'm not even annoyed. It all just seemed to be so obvious. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Oh, love that. Love that, Major. It's big place. It's just big place. What brand? Amazon. There you go. There you go. Why do we start by sitting deep? We always sit deep. That's what we do. That's what we do. It's what Luke's saying here. We're not aggressive in our own third. If you're in our half, we will sit as deep as humanly possible. Because we just try to stop shots coming in and stop crosses coming in. So we compact ourselves and we sit in the area and we just hold on. That's what we do. If you're in a half, that's how we move. But if you're in your own half, that's when we press. But you can see it there with the goal, right? Elanusi picks it up in the center of the park, just in the D. And Declan Rice, who really should be sort of in that spacing, actually, to be fair. You were talking about, who was it? Mean Kid, who said that I don't think it's good positioning. Declan Rice should have probably been a lot closer to him to begin with. I don't know why he was so deep. But I'd have to re-see the replay to fully clock. But it's one of those things where you look at it and you say, well, we're all really deep because we're trying to stop it, but that gave him the time to take one touch and hit it early. Now, if he doesn't hit it that early, like I say, we're on top of him. We're stopping that shot from happening. But as it played out, he did hit it that early and he slots it in the bottom corner. It's annoying. It's annoying, but it's what we do. That's the way you beat us, right? Why have we gone back to relying on set pieces again? We've regressed to when Moyes was trying to just keep us up. Yep, no comment. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know is the answer. I don't know. It's silly. It's really silly. It's good play again from Southampton. Bro has been causing problems down the right-hand side early today. One of the beauty to having a 2 up front system is you can have one of your strikers drift wide and it not be a massive issue because the other one is still up front, for Christ's sake. Mikel Antonio. So it's good to see to some extent. It's good to see the moments there. But yeah, he's causing us problems. He's picking up the ball. He's being found pretty easily, and he's bullying people. He's a big boy and he's stopping it. He's stopping it. Always, Mr. Pardew, always. Vlasic does well to cut inside, whips it in just a little bit too high and no one there, but it was nice try from Nikola Vlasic. You got the ball down the right-hand side, little cheeky turn, sends the defender back in, tries to just dip it in, just a little dink it in with his weak foot. It's a little bit too high over people, but a nice opportunity, a nice try. Do you think we can win, Joanne? I assume you're talking West Ham. If you are, then yes. If you're talking Southampton, then also evidently yes. But I do. I said 2-1, so I was expecting Southampton to get a goal eventually anyway. I thought we'd score first, but it doesn't necessarily surprise me that Southampton score first. So, yeah. Do I think we can, though? Yes, 100%. 100%. We're not playing well enough yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it moves. Thank God we've got a new billionaire investor to get us a new left back, centre mid, centre back, forward. Now is probably not the time to talk about it, but I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that. I don't even think we'll get a striker. I can't lie to you. I think we'll get an attacking midfielder, but I don't think we'll get a striker. I think we'll get that and one other player, probably centre back. That's my vibe. Based on no information, just based on vibes only. Soufal dinks it forward to Jarrod Bowen, who finds himself on the right-hand side to pick up the ball, but he does at least win a throw-in with it. Oh, no, apparently he doesn't. It's gone to Southampton. Okay. Yes, we usually sit deep, but then there's sitting deep, retreating and letting the team have the ball when we are in form. We did not give low opposition teams at home this much respect. I think we did. My personal opinion is we did. Again, I'm liable to be incorrect about this, but from a defensive standpoint, we haven't changed our tactic in any way, shape, or form. Now, other teams have stepped to us in a more proactive way, which has meant we're sitting deeper. But I think the instructions and the tactics have always been the same. I think opposition teams have been more proactive in stepping to us, meaning we sit deep. But like Southampton have the ball here in their own half, and they've got 5 West Ham players around them. But it's the second they get close to coming into our half, and all of a sudden we steam back into defensive positions. Walcott tries to whip it in, Craig Dawson easily away. It's one of those things where, like, I think other teams have been more proactive in taking it to us. Jarrod Bowen, no free kick after he goes down, decides to complain about it instead of stopping the ball, but whatever, we move. And now you can see West Ham are Southampton are in West Ham's half. We're in our own half here. And West Ham are sitting, they're not really approaching the ball too much, you know? It's just how it goes. It's just what it's David Moyes' tactics, isn't it? It's just what they are. Dawson wins the header, plays it to Soufal, who just punts it forward. Oof. Kyle Walker-Peters just hooking it away under pressure from Jarrod Bowen there. Everything feels very stretched for West Ham at the moment. There's this general vibe that we have when we're not doing brilliantly, where everything seems a bit too stretched, a bit too laboured. Every pass is a bit too far ahead of the person it's intending to be to. Everything needs an incredible touch. Oh, that's nice from Vlasic and Ben Rama. The follow-up pass from Vlasic wasn't quite there. Idea was there, but it wasn't quite there. We need to be careful of the Southampton counter-attack. They're getting forward well here, Southampton. Redmond, who is playing out wide, and Elanusi in the centre, Redmond's out wide on the right. Whips in a good ball. Flipping heck, that was awkward. That was awkward. It was a really good cross there from, who was it? Redmond, who just charged towards where the area was. Masuaku, who's trying to cover Livramento, who's on the overlap. West Ham they're just not concentrating at all in that sort of area. Just defensively, it's not quite there. Vlasic wins a free kick. But a nice early cross in, and it was awkward. I would say West Ham dealt with it, but we didn't really. It is what it is. 26 possession is absolute crap. It's not good in any way, shape, or form. It's not good in any way, shape, or form. It's a bit different now because we're behind. I think we don't do ourselves any favors by starting in a negative too often. We concede and be forced to start pushing forward. Yeah, I agree with that, Lewis. Definitely. Free kick awkwardly comes through to Thomas Souček, who tries to cross it in, gets a second attempt at it when it doesn't go well, tries to dribble into a space, tries to pull it across. No one there, but he did well to get any sort of ball into the box, to be fair to him. Fornals takes it past one, lays it short to Bowen on the overlap. He whips it in. Diop was still in there from the resulting set piece, as was Souček, and it was a good idea. Played in, headed away from I think Bednarak, and it's out for a West Ham corner. Good play there by West Ham, or at least trying. Masuaku is not a footballer. You know, Mr. Podge, you know this. Bowen whips in the corner. Oh, it's not bad. Forster's struggled. He's on the floor here. The header comes in, cleared away, booted away from Southampton, allowing Forster to get back up. It was a good one. Declan Rice hits it. It was never going in, but still we move. West Ham still have the ball. Ben Rama pings it in, was looking towards Thomas Souček, couldn't quite get there. Redmond's awkward touch, and Soufal capitalized it on a really nice first touch pass. I'm going to assume he meant that. It was very nice. It was very nice. Declan Rice holds the ball up, lays it out to the left, slotted into Ben Rama just inside the area, tries to dribble his way through. Ben Rama can't quite find it. Southampton are a wall of yellow shirts in the center. It's like West Ham defending against a relegation candidate. And a bluted clearance lands at the feet of Dawson, and West Ham can go again. Good period of possession here from West Ham. Good period of pressure, but we need to make the most of it. We need to make the most of it with actual shots from actual decent positions. And we're struggling to find those right now. But a good period. Declan Rice tries to ping it. Big Diag looking for Kofau, who does control it from an offside position. And it's a free kick to Southampton. Seeing a replay of the corner again there from Bowen. Better than usual. Not just aiming at the first man. Love that from us. Played in. And it's in an awkward enough position. Do you know what? It should have been Forster's probably, but Vlasic was standing underneath him. It happens. He falls over, and then all of a sudden it looks like it could come in, but it was well sort of scramble defended, at least from Southampton. Well enough, at least, to where there'd be no goals. But yeah, Southampton in a good position here. James Ward-Prowse lays it short to Nathan Redmond, who can't quite get forward, and it's cleared away up the pitch. Jarrod Bowen almost managed to get on the end of that on a big old punt upfield, and the West Ham win a throw in a very good position. West Ham win a throw in very high up the park. Vlasic scream it, incoming. Yes. Ben Rama clips it in, can't quite find Jarrod Bowen, cleared away by Southampton. Fornals is my favourite. Same, Laura. I love Pablo Fornals. He's a beautiful man, and I won't hear anything else. Yeah, Leicester are currently getting absolutely battered by Manchester City. They're getting absolutely done in. Very quickly into the match as well. Vlasic winning a free kick in a very good area for West Ham. A very good area. You could, arguably, you could take a shot from that range. It's maybe a bit too much of an angle, but you probably could. I mean, Jarrod Bowen's standing over it, so you suspect it be a cross. I don't think I've ever seen him take a shot from a free kick, but then again, who else is actually there to do it? Kufau comes up as well. It's going to be one of them, but I think it's going to be Jarrod Bowen. I don't know what he tried to do there. He hit it like it was a shot. But it was put into a position like it was a cross. And not good. I'll just say that, not good. Hey, Amy. Hope you are. Masuaku just boots it upfield. I mean, our defense just boots it upfield, to be fair. Like, I don't disagree with you, but he's far from the only. If anything, he's probably out of our defense right now. He's out of giving our centre backs. He's probably the one who does it the least. You know what I mean? Mirror, mirror on the wall. West Ham United get battered all the time. Fluke, I'd say workshop that and then come back. I'd workshop that one and come back. I feel like you've got something there. I feel like there's a banging insult there. You know what I mean? A little bit of a tweak to that. But so far, that's pretty poor. Those 30k diver free transfer must be too many divers for Manchester United. Well, you know, dingy. That is what dingy. That is what dingy. I've never known. West Ham win the ball back off of a Southampton throw-in, looking to try and go again. Dawson again with that long sort of raking ball, flicked on from Vlasic into the path of Bowen. West Ham somehow managed to do something from that. Salisu gives it away for a corner. Very much just playing for set pieces right now. But to be honest with you, as long as we're getting possession and the ball up this end of the pitch and not our end of the pitch, I'll take it. But very much playing for set pieces right now. Bowen's the one who's going to come across and take it. Puts it in. That's a much better area. Forster punches it away. It was a much better area. And it is a free kick, apparently, against Craig Dawson, who's already bleeding in his nose. I did not see that start. Already bleeding from his nostrils there. He's got something shoved up there. I didn't even see that. Man City are already winning 4-0, by the way. It was put into we're putting him into much better areas right now, forcing Forster into awkward positions. Craig Dawson almost punches him in the head. Craig, please. Craig Dawson's going for it. He's trying for it. He's got his head. He's got his eyes closed. He's just in the position where he's like, if the ball's hitting me on the head, it's hitting me on the head. And say your Fraser Forster's face. He's like this, coming towards him. His fist up like this. He goes. It just sort of like nothing meant by it. It's not a yellow card or anything. We're going to move on. Forster's back up. He's okay. But Craig, we're just relentlessly aggressive. Walcott looking for a 1-2. Ward-Prowse can't quite get there. I think he's offside regardless of if he gets there. He is, yeah. Love that. Come on. Are we playing good? Says Casper. Again, I assume you're talking from a West Ham perspective. Nope. Next question. We're not. Southampton started the better of the two sides. They were putting a lot of pressure on us over the last sort of 10 minutes, to be fair. 5 minutes, West Ham have certainly got much more into the game. They're putting a lot more pressure on Southampton. They sort of crumbling a little bit. But realistically, we haven't started well enough, Casper. We'll see if this period of play ends up getting some more shots away. We're still not getting enough of them. Hopefully, we can get some more of that. Because then maybe we can turn this around. Like I said, I'm still confident West Ham will win this game. But so far, bad start from West Ham. Kufal to take a throw in deep inside Southampton's half. Just outside the area. Ends up playing it back towards Dawson. Declan Rice picks up the ball. Plays it to Diop. West Ham just trying to calmly pass it around here, but it was good positioning and pressing from Southampton in their own third to force West Ham back to Issa Diop just playing a big raking punt over the top. There's good play from Southampton there, annoyingly. Just put Dawson on top square. Get him in there. What the thing on Forster? If you're saying that, then I think look, he's got his eyes closed and he's just flying towards him like a missile. Like it's not a deepness. It's not that deep, but at least have your eyes open, Craig, my G. Come on. It's not that deep, and goalkeepers get overly protected, to be fair. I do agree with that. But yeah. He's like, which is badness. Sorry if that made you yawn. I apologize. Oh. Oh. At halftime, Moyes should change Masuaku's concrete boots. He's frustrating me today. Not in the way that he frustrates everyone else, but he's frustrating me today because he's usually... Southampton have a corner, by the way. It's usually one of those things where at least he's dribbling past people, but today he's not even doing that. He keeps getting close to people and then turning around and passing it back again. I don't know why. That's usually the one thing he does. Ward-Prowse whips it into a good position, headed away, double headed away. Souček gets the second one. Couldn't tell what the first is. I think it was Rice. Fornals looking for it. Can't quite find a pass. Walker-Peters comes out away with the ball. Vlasic, amazingly, was covering for Declan Rice there. I know, I'm as shocked as you are. Romeo over to Walker-Peters as Southampton played the ball all the way back to their centre-back, Salisu. And now all the way back to Fraser Forster. Yeah, he's frustrating me today because at least usually what he does is pick up the ball and take it past people. Now, there's no real end product to it and whatever, but at least he's getting the ball up the pitch usually. Whereas today he's I don't know, he just keeps turning around and passing it back. And it's like, you want more from him. You want more from him. I think you should be getting more from him. I don't know. It's annoying. My name is Daniel. Fair enough. I will call you Daniel from now on in a way that my brain will definitely forget, but I will try. You're on your mum's laptop. That makes sense. I'll give it my best shot, Daniel. I'll try to remember. I'll probably forget because I'm terrible, but I'll try. Souček was looking quickly from a free kick there first time to Ben Rama. It can't quite find it straight into the feet of a Southampton player. But again, the same thing happens with Southampton and West Ham win the ball back. Masuaku passes it forward for once. Amazing. Ben Rama back to Masuaku. Declan Rice to Thomas Souček. There is also something to be said about the lack of options West Ham have short. West Ham might have a criminal lack of options short at times, and the defensive midfielders are picking it up. Souček specifically right there was picking it up, and there was just no one to pass it to along the floor. He was going to have to just absolutely punt it, and it's like Ben Rama gives away a free kick. Bit crap. I'm not gonna lie about it. Bit crap, that one. My nan and her book club can play better than this. Well, you know. Hello, I am Alan. Hello, Alan. I am Charlie. Hello, Mr. Parker. What's missing here? What would you consider tweaking? The thing is, I think part of why we're doing slightly better now than we were in the first 20 minutes or so is because we are just raking it forward. We're not taking the time to try and play it through the middle. We're not taking the time to calmly pass the ball about. We are just gunning for it. We are just getting the ball and we are just lobbing it at them. And we're getting some success from that, right? So, like, it's difficult because it's not a reliable way for us to play. We don't have anyone high up the pitch who is good at winning, who is good at controlling the ball, hold up play. Right, Jared Bowen's a winger. He's just not his game. You know, Mikel Antonio can do it, but he's obviously in horrendous form. So if we are to play that way, we don't really have someone up front who can make that stick consistently. Net Redmond does really well, plays it into the path for their number 24, who turns one. I think it was Elanusi. It was a shot though in the end, and it was pretty poor, but it was a good effort from Southampton. And West Ham again. That long ball forward finds West Ham well, instantaneously, trying to get the ball forward. Ben Rama does really well there to continue with the ball, plays it into Souček, who lays it forward. Jared Bowen out on the left-hand side, dips and dives, tries to find his way past Salisu with a really nice tackle, whipped in by the weak foot of Kufal, not great.
And Southampton come away with the ball. Declan Rice gives away another free kick. He's going to be on a yellow card if he's not careful soon. He is going to be on a yellow card now. Yeah, it's one of those things where those long balls forward, Michael, are working for us because they're the things that are sort of effective, but we don't have someone who's consistently good enough at winning, at holding the ball up and winning aerial duels up front to where that can be an effective, consistent tactic. I think the reason it's working is because it's forcing Southampton back into awkward positions they don't want to be in. We're hitting them early with it, and they're not able to adjust themselves into a nice position. And it's sort of effective in that sense, but we're not getting shots from it. I think what happens is if we had someone, I guess Antonio's the obvious shot. But if we had someone who could hold the ball, maybe Souček in a more advanced position, like Gia was suggesting, but who could hold the ball up, and then once we have the ball in that area, then we need to start playing it around and trying to unlock the defense, as opposed to just again instantaneously looking for crosses. We have Ben Rama, Vlasic, Fornals. These are people who are good on the floor. Bowen as well. These are people who are good on the floor. Let's take some time. Let's pass the ball around. Let's get in those positions. Let's find nice intricate moves. And let's just take our time up front. Every pass seems to be, we're playing very, very direct. We always do, but we're playing very, very direct. As corner Southampton, by the way. And it's just, everything feels stretched and labored, and it's just not, it's not us. It's not us. Redmond hits it from range first time on the volley. It was never happening. Straight into the hands of Fabianski. And now the ball is played out to Masuaku, who's charging forward. He's gaining ground. This is what you want from Masuaku. Lays it into the path of Pablo Fornals. Forced back a little bit from good Southampton defending. Rice plays it into Souček. Masuaku back to Rice. West Ham's momentum there completely stalled by Southampton's defending, which is still not good enough at breaking teams down. You know? We're still just not good enough at breaking teams down. We're a decent counter-attacking team, but that's about it. Games like this where we get into those positions, I mean, you want to see us break teams down. We were better at it in the first half of the season, but second half, or the second half so far, not second half overall, obviously, we've just not been good enough at it at all. It's just not happened for us, you know? It's just not happened for us at all. We're trying to play counter-attacking. We play fast, and it's just everything feels like we're 1-0 down in the 93rd minute. Every pass feels a little bit too far ahead of us, and it's like, Souček is crap. Rice has to play twice as hard. Disagree, but I understand what you're saying, but I do disagree. F it, I'm opening my beer. I'm opening my beer. Big plays, Major. Big plays. I respect it. Will West Ham pull off a draw? I still think West were doing more than enough to win this game. I mean, since they're a goal, they've not really had, or since we've sort of taken control of the game about 10, 15 minutes ago, they've not really had all that, Southampton. They've not really made it difficult. But yeah, I don't know. I still think this is definitely ours to win here. And I think the Southampton only backs it up. It's just if we were a bit better, Soufal's crossing way too far ahead of everyone straight into the hands of Forster. I think we could do something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm looking at it too positively, but I really do think that. Kufal with a quite basic error in attempting not to boot it long for once, and it goes out for a Southampton throw. I bet it will be more than 2.5 goals. Do you think that will happen? I don't believe so, Nukri. I don't believe so, but I could be wrong. But I'm not vibing it. We need a bell this early. It's quite early for a bell, but maybe, but it's quite early. Was a come off not good enough? Yeah, I mean, our front four who were in lightning form for the first half of the season so far have completely lost all of that form. It happens, right? It happens. I think that does mean, yeah, I think I saw you typing it, but I can't find the comment now. But I do think that means he misses the Watford game. I believe. I may be wrong, but Ward-Prowse lays it back to Walker-Peters. The thing is, we're playing Walker-Peters at left back because he's not going to be able to get those crosses in first time. He's going to have to cut back onto his foot. So, in other words, just keep going down the left-hand side, Southampton. I'm fine with that. Keep going. Keep going. It's not going to help you. I mean, the ball's on the right. Oh, my God. Dying. Oh, sorry. I'm very tired. Oh, Vlasic is through. Vlasic does really well. Hits it from range. Forster with a good save in the end. Vlasic doing really well. Just taking the game by the scruff of the neck. Trying to do a little something. Good play by Vlasic there. Good presser by Jarrod Bowen. Forces an awkward park, and Nikola Vlasic just starts going. He starts going. There's a couple of options. He maybe could have played in Ben Rama there. Bowen wasn't in a great position, but Ben Rama was maybe the better option. But he goes from range with his left foot, tries to look for that bottom corner. Forster saves it. It goes out for a corner. Jarrod Bowen whips it in to back post. Forster comes out and stops it. Deflected cross back in from Pablo Fornals, and it's out for a goal kick. Again, another corner where we're putting it in a different position than the front post every single time, thank goodness. And it almost, no one was there that time, but it did force Forster again into some awkwardness. He's been really unconfident coming for those balls today. And that's something we need to be concentrating on. But we're looking at the replay there from Nikola Vlasic, who hits it through the legs. And it's in the end, it's a decent save from Forster. Parries it away. But, you know, a good sign. Should have shot, but pass. Good shot, but should have passed. Yeah, probably. But at least we're gunning for it. But yeah. Free kick to West Ham, taken quickly by Diop. Masuaku lays it through the lines. West Ham playing it fast. Looking for Bowen, but Salisu just comes through and says no. Punting forward, looking for Theo Walcott, headed down to Vlasic, who cuts deep. It comes deep there to get involved in the play. Shout out. Vlasic is having another good game so far for me. Not a great game, but well done. Brozier does really well there. Whips it across the goal. Flashes across the front of goal, and then it started to play away from West Ham United. Rice, Vlasic. No is the answer. Rice leaves it short, looking for Bowen. Salisu, I'll tell you what, Salisu's looking good today. Very aggressive in his defending today. He's just stepping to Bowen, making sure he knows he's there. Walker-Peters with a cheeky back heel. Fair play. Romeo whips it in. Nodded down, not brilliantly by Masuaku, but West Ham come away with the ball regardless. It's Saeed Ben Rama on the left-hand side, charging forward. It's end-to-end play at the moment. Finds Fornals on the overlap. Looking again for the return to Ben Rama, just not quite on the same page there, but West Ham do win a throw-in off Bednarak. It's a throw-in in a good advanced area for West Ham, out on the left-hand side, just outside the area. I almost sneezed. Masuaku goes to take a throw in, shakes his head and leaves his arms hanging as if to say, can someone please give me an option? We are so monumentally bad at throw-ins. I don't understand how we're so bad at throw-ins. Just someone teach these men what to do, because it's incredible. Dawson with a raking diag, looking for Kufal, who hooks it back across, can't quite get the header on it. It's just what it is. And it's a free kick for Southampton in their own half. We need to be making the more of these positions, man. Like when we have possession deep in Southampton's half like that. Oh my God, sorry. We need to be forcing them more. We need to be getting better shots away, higher quality shots in good positions. It's like it just I can't, Daniel, because of copyright. It's not allowed. It's just I can't. I would if I could, but I can't. It's just not something that's possible due to the rules of YouTube and the Premier League. So you can get away with some things copyright wise, but football in general and the Premier League especially are hella on it. They always come in and try and stop you no matter what. And so we'd rather keep our channel basically. It's very difficult to find illegal streams on YouTube because they're very on it instantaneously. The Premier League. Get any good Christmas presents? I did. I got quite a few, but in terms of food, which is what we all know Charlie's going to go to first choice. Massive bloody Toblerone, which I've been enjoying. Got some stuff that I wanted. I'll grab it at half time because Reese is here and Reese needs to see it. But I got this cheeky little croissant thing that is adorable and is my baby now. Yeah. What do you get, Lewis? Anything decent? I also got Lucas, who I do a show with on American Hammers. We do In Case You Forgot every Saturday at 9 p.m. Sent me $10 and said get a Greg's, and I was very happy with that. I can't lie, I was very happy with that. Lucas was in the chat. I don't think Lucas is still here, but my God, that was a hype moment for me when my phone buzzed and it popped up. It was beautiful. West Ham in a decent position here. Again, we need to make it count. Vlasic finds Ben Rama, who's follow-up can't quite find anything. Ben Rama. I disagree. I haven't been as down on Ben Rama as most people have of late. I've seen a lot of the idea of Ben Rama's not good. For me, today, this has been probably his least effective game. It's been his least effective game. Like I say, I haven't been as down as most people have been for a while. 2 minutes of stoppage time to play. But today's just not the one for him, I think. It's just not the one for him. Flick on by Suchek, can't quite find Jarrod Bowen. He's trying. He's trying. Lots of long balls looking for Jarrod Bowen. Lots of flick-ons, even when they're not that long, looking for Jarrod Bowen. It's not quite happening, is it? It's not quite happening. What kind of changes would you lot want? Gio will be at halftime, probably, to speak actual sense. But is there any changes you guys would want at halftime? I know I think I know one literally everyone's going to say. But is there anything you're vibing? Anything you're feeling? That's just Smeet, by the way. Good to see you. I don't think I've said hello to you yet today, so good to see you. Hope you're well. Antonio scores in the second half, and Moyes thinks maybe we don't need a striker. We'll see. We'll see. I don't necessarily disagree with that. Going to watch Bromley versus Southampton later, that'll be even more punishment. Declan Rice getting into a decent position, tries to hook it back, but can't. Johnson on for Masuaku at half time. Yeah. I'm a United fan. Do you think Lingard could go to West Ham? He could. I don't know if it's going to happen, Limpad, but he could. It's possible. Corner for West Ham whips into another good area and Forster again punching it. He's just not confident in collecting the ball from corners today. That punch was not great, but he manages to collect the second one. But we need to be more on it. Potentially Limpan, but I don't know. We'll see. That is the halftime whistle, by the way. The halftime whistle goes, and it is West Ham United 0, Southampton 1. Here to talk it through with actual sense, Gio Mackie. Gio, talk to me. What's gone wrong?
Everything.
Thank you very much, Gio Mackie. Everyone, what does everyone else think in the chat?
Honestly, Charlie, we've been crap. We've been dreadful, haven't we? Let's face it. We've been really poor today. There's not many players out there playing well. We're just not good today, and it's not just today. This is a continuation of other performances as well. And to top it off, Rice got a needless yellow card and suspended for the next game. I'm already dreading the Watford game now.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so it's difficult, right? Because I think we've all too often punted it forward. Just sort of, I don't know whether it's a panic thing or if it's a tactical thing, but we've all sort of too often punted it forward. But I think the worst part about it is that has been where we've seen a lot of success in just gaining yards, if you want to put it in those senses. When we have punted it forward, Jared Bowen's been quite proactive in winning free kicks, high up the field. We've got into those areas, but when we get into the final third, there just doesn't seem to be anything at all. We don't seem to know what we're doing. There doesn't seem to be any invention. Vlasic taking a shot from range is probably the best we've had, and even then, he probably should have passed. And it's like we can hit these long balls as much as we want, but we don't really have a forward who's capable of like holding the ball up for everyone, so it's not that effective. But B, even though we're sort of vaguely doing okay with it, I think potentially because Southampton just aren't having the time to adjust, and so we're doing it so early and so often, but we're not making the most of it. It's another game, as has been the case many times recently, where we're just not doing anything in the final third that's anywhere near inventive. And to top it off, like you said, we used to be really good at set pieces. We're dropping down that quite significantly. I think today they've been better than they have been of late in terms of the corners aren't just hitting the first man every single time. But even then, nothing's coming of it.
Fraser Foster's punching it, and he's crap at punching it. I've never seen a goalie so unauthoritative at coming for the ball, and he's 6-yarder. He looks like he's panicking, but yeah, he's winning it every time. Everything. The worst thing is we've had a few opportunities today to counter-attack where Southampton come forward with the ball, committed men forward, we've got the ball. There's a lot of grass for someone to run into, and this is usually what we're good at. And I've almost been hoping that we've been struggling recently because teams have sat a little bit deeper against us and been unable to play counter-attacking football. Today we're able to play. We're just not very good at it. We just I lost count the amount of times that Ben Rahman would be counter-attacking, and Ben Rahman Finals or Ben Rahman Vlasic, whatever. There was a mixture of them. But they'd be about 5 yards away from each other. And it's like, it's easy to defend against when there's two players literally next to each other. You're not even stretching the Southampton defence. We're crossing the ball when Jared Bowen is up against Salisu. Well, he's possibly one of the biggest centre-backs in the Premier League. We've got the shortest striker in the Premier League today. And we're just crossing the ball to him. I don't know. Listen, I think I agree with that. I think Souček has been anonymous, but get him in the box. Just he's effective. Souček is effective in there. He's good at heading the ball. His runs are good in the air. Just put him in the box. Just put someone else next to Declan Rice, whether it's Lanzini or Fornals or someone. Put one of them in there with Declan and get Souček into the box because, you know, we had a 5-10 minute spell around about the 20th minute. It took us 20 minutes before we did something remotely exciting. But once we did it, they were on the rope. Southampton were playing like it was a match day 30 in the Premier League and they needed wind to stay up. They've been time wasting. Yeah. Fraser Foster's been warned about 4 times about time wasting. They're desperate today, and understandably so. They need to get points on the board just for a little breathing space. We've got them on the ropes. We just can't. We still just can't get them. The only advantage is, right, there's two good things. One, we've got Antonio on the bench. He's got to come on at half-time. He has to come on at half-time. I think there's 2 options. Either one, you bring him on and put him on the right up against Walker-Peters, who's 1 foul away from a yellow card at this point. Give him a one-on-one opponent. And Antonio will beat him with his pace and power and his speed. He will beat him. Or 2, you put him up front so that Salisu actually has someone to contend with and then put Bowen on the right. I think Antonio's got to come on at half-time. He has to. We've got to go for this. And the other positive, Charlie, is Southampton are not that good. A better team would have been 2-3 up in that half. If Fabianski's not been that busy, he's not. We've been dreadful in possession. Out of possession, I don't even think we've been that good. But Southampton they're not that great. There's 1 or 2 moments where Southampton players are getting in good positions and there's an attack on. They're just a bit slow. They're not very good at it. They hold the ball up, and I know they're 1-0 up and they're just slowing the game down and stuff. But that's a dangerous game to play when you're notoriously bad as Southampton are conceding leads and stuff. I think we are there for the taking. Southampton needed a second goal in the half, I think, and I think they might come to regret it. I don't think we're out of it. I think we will score in the second half. Surely it can't be that bad, and it's just a little bit better in the final third, and we can go on and win this game. But so far, half-time, Charlie, I'm not very happy with what I've seen in that half. it's uninspiring. There's not that many people. I say not that many people. There's 30,000 people there today. Maybe it's a lot, but they've made an effort to go there on Boxing Day. It's difficult to get to that ground today, but people have gone there, and so far they've been rewarded with that. It's not good enough. It's not good enough from us all. 1 win in 6 before today. We do not win today. That's 1 win in 7. That's terrible form. Spurs are winning handsomely against Palace on the way into the top 4. Arsenal are winning us and leapfrogging us as well. They're already ahead of us. I don't know. It's bad. There's a lot of bad things at the minute in regards to West Ham. First half, one of them.
Yeah, for being my bladder. So I will see you in a second.
Yes. Right, live chat. Let's see what you're all saying. Jason saying we're short of confidence, need to keep the faith and win the first ball. Alistair saying that we need a big ball kick from Moyes and hopefully they will listen. Edward must be replying to someone about someone must have said Rice just let us down, getting a yellow card. David saying that Vlasic should look busy and Rice below average, but still better than the rest of the team. Are the only bright spots on a very poor display. Retro says time wasting is not why we're losing. Just saying, well, I agree with that. If you're referring to me, I'm just observing that they're time wasting. John says, get the youngsters out there. Masuaku's not very good. Fanals is not very good. Ben Rama's not very good. Why is he playing these players? They're not being very good for weeks. It's painful to watch. I mean, he's not wrong, is he? It's difficult. You can't disagree with that. Slim Face is saying that we've lost our spark. Losing Caswell has been detrimental. Hasn't it? Gary saying about Declan Rice, stupid tackle. Watford even harder. I agree, it is a daft tackle, but I think it's a tackle out of frustration. It doesn't justify it, right? It doesn't justify it, but I think he's just frustrated. He's trying to do his bit, and I thought he was playing okay, Declan, but the rest of them are just not quite doing it, and he just looks annoyed. Understandably, I think we're all a bit annoyed. Connor says Moyes needs to pull his fingers out and start addressing issues now. Is getting alarming. Tom says he's got nothing more to say, nothing positive apart from Vlasic working hard. Bertie said he saw Spurs clips during the half. They're right up for it. I've got it on the TV because we're not on the telly. Spurs on BT. I've got the Spurs game on the telly with our game on the iPad, and they look good. I've not been watching it. When the ball goes out play on the West Ham one, I look up while Fraser also takes about a minute, take a goal kick, and watch it. They look all right, kind of thing. Mr. Pickle says, Drown being massive. Really hope we have business done. I'm not thinking about that at the minute because I don't think it's too good. Chris says, where's the spark? We need to find it quick. Vlasic looks great. Lewis says, carbon copy of the Boxing Day game last year against Brighton, too flat, and attackers are just not doing enough. Bertie saying confidence is going down the toilet with the early goal. Terrible crossing. It's daft crossing it against this Southampton team. Unless we've got Soucek in there, there's almost no point crossing it. Salisu and Benderek's just going to win it all the time, kind of thing. Tom said everyone want Antonio drop. You're referring to oneself again. I don't know. Maybe you're not. I didn't want him dropped. Have you watched the last 3 previews? I wanted Antonio to start. So I would like him on the pitch, kind of thing. Edward said he should be frustrated if anything the rest of the team's letting him down. That's in reference to Declan Rice. Bertie said the car's been coming the last few games. He has been walking a tightrope for a while. The frustrating thing is if he went today in Watford without getting a yellow card, he would have got suspended because it then goes up to 10 games. That's the frustrating thing. But also, if he then gets 10 bookings before whatever match day is, it's a 2-game suspension. So you'd have to go by his performances so far in regards to bookings. You have to assume he's going to pick up his 10th yellow card at some point and therefore miss 2 games later on in the season. Not ideal. Simon says, balance on the left has gone wild depending on Masuaku. Person, I haven't got a clue what he does, poor positioning. And Adam says, we're rubbish. No one's playing well, no confidence, need to bring some players in. It's another loss, and the ref should have booked Kyle Walker-Peters. I agree with that one. From a one-footed Diop to slow to recover Masuaku and on in the midst of Benrahma and Fanals, Bowen, Rice, Vlasic are the ones doing their job. Rice needs to be higher up the pitch. Looks like our best attacking player. Soucek doesn't complement Rice. And Alistair saying mid-table staring us in the face. If we keep this up, Rice will went off in the summer. Cicero said we've been talking about better in the final third for a while now. The drop-off in performance by Benrahma, Fanals and Soucek is pretty eye-opening. Vinny says they're not linking very well. This place's passes, though it will improve. Vlasic has played well, though. Major says that it's frustrating. We've dropped some silly points against Brighton, Burnley, Brentford, and now possibly Southampton. Reece said at least we will get a look at Kral against Watford. I don't think we will. I think it'll be Noble. I think it'll be Mark Noble that gets in there. Adam says get Fornals, Ben Ramo off, Antonio, and get Lanzini, Bowen, and Vlasic behind. David says that Rice get no support from Souček. If Souček isn't chipping with goals, then is he actually justifying his place in the team, or should we give Kral another chance? The thing is, what was I going to say? Yeah, I've always said that Souček off on the ball is his biggest weakness, and it's games like this we're going to see it. Games like this when we need to do something in possession, we're going to see where Souček is weak, and that is in possession, his creativity and stuff. And I think sometimes you've just got to admit that he's best when in the opposition box winning headers. So just get him in the box, get someone on in midfield next to Declan. For the sake of not using a substitution early doors, I'd like to see Fornals in there, get Souček further up the pitch, and I'd probably take off Ben Rama and get Michail Antonio onto the pitch, and that would be my one sub at half-time. That's what I'd like to see be done anyway, kind of thing. Pointy says Diop and Dawson are not Premier League side. Backline Masuaku doesn't deserve to be in the Prem. Diop and Dawson are a third and fourth sort of centre backs, in fairness. John says it's terrible. It's getting worse. Sat back from the beginning. It's negative. Laura says Antonio's got COVID. Well, I hope not, because he's on the bench. If so, then we've got issues coming around the corner. Paul says Moyes needs to wake up. We need a reaction immediately by getting 2 subs on. Danny says Vlasic looks like he can get better every game. Keep him on, take Ben Rama off it, put Antonio up top, going on the right, Vlasic in the middle, feel all right with that. And Aaron says that he's convinced Moyes can't adapt tactics. Seems it's the same hoofball / crossing non-stop, despite the average height of our team being 5'6". Anyway, what are you saying, boss?
I don't know if it's an adaptive tactics. I think there's almost an idea of like, I think we have sort of baseline ideas as a team. And I think this is the difference between Moyes and Pellegrini for me. Pellegrini did not have a baseline. When we sort of got the ball forward okay, but when we were there, we didn't really know what we were doing with it. And there was no it never felt like we had like instinct about us as a unit, you know, and I think Moyes teams do. I think our instinct is to play it out wide, to try and get crosses in. Our instinct is to do stuff like that. And I think when we're pressed upon and when we're struggling like we are today against Southampton, we revert just back to those based instincts, which is good because it means you still at least have an opportunity of playing a sort of style that everyone sort of knows what they're doing. People know what they're doing. But it does mean that you can be, if not predictable, difficult to do stuff with because it's like, it's just not going well. Thankfully, it looks like Lanzini's coming on, Gio. So you may be able to get a little bit different. So I'll let you run off.
Do we know?
No, I'm just seeing Lanzini in a West Ham kit. So while Triple H's theme song plays,
yet, so
all I know is Triple H's theme song's playing. So Russ is doing his job. Shout out Russ, big plays, Russ.
I'll tell you what, it better be for Ben Amber for now. It better not be Vlasic. It better not be Bowen. I'll accept Souček. I'd prefer Souček went further up the pitch, but I'd accept Souček.
Souček's on. I can say that. I've just seen Souček. I'm trying to see if I can tell the players there.
It better be Ben Rama.
Oh, Antonio's also on.
Good.
Well, there you go. I'll let you run off, Gio, so you can actually...
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining us. Remember, if you want to hear actual Gio's full-time thoughts, then make sure to come back where he'll be talking about them and actually making sense, unlike me. So make sure to come back for those. If you're just here for half-time, thank you very much for joining us. I genuinely appreciate it. Remember, we do watch songs every single match day, so make sure to subscribe, like the video, so you don't miss it. But thank you very much for joining us at half-time. The second half is about to start here. Like I say, Antonio and Lanzini both coming on. I'm not sure who for yet. I'm trying to see who's come off, but I can't quite see. I think they're about to show the numbers now. Vlasic is one of the people who have come off. Bad decision that, but there we go. We move. And I believe Pablo Fornals is the other person coming off. So I think I've only heard it. They haven't flashed up a graphic on screen. I've just been able to sort of semi-hear the stadium announcement behind the commentators. But I believe it is Nikola Vlasic and Pablo Fornals off and Antonio and Lanzini on. I disagree strongly with the Vlasic one. I can't lie. I think Lanzini coming on in an attacking sense in that sort of three makes sense. We've all too often, like I said, struggled to... We keep aiming long. We keep hoofing it long. Rice early doors out to Ben Rama, who hits it. Tries to just whip it into the box. It's straight into the hands of Forster. I think we've all too often gone long. We've all too often punted it. We've all too often booted it. And part of that has been we haven't had the option short. So hopefully we can have Lanzini drop a bit deep like he likes to do, get involved in a play deeper, and that should allow us to maybe play the ball a bit nicer on the floor. So I agree with that one. Vlasic coming off, I strongly disagree with. Antonio coming on. Look, it's something. Jared Bowen has moved back out to the right. Antonio's up front. I disagree with that, but we'll see how it plays out. But look, positive changes. I'm not going to complain too much. At least David Moyes has at halftime has gone, right, we need to change something. I am changing something. It might not be a revolutionary change, but at least it is something. Thank you very much. I will do that now. I am an idiot. Thank you. I am and Dumbo. But yeah, all played in. Antonio's there. Can't quite find it. Early doors. West Ham knocking, asking questions. Like I said, I'm not going to complain too much because at least it is positive changes. You know, we could have said he could have easily just left it and hope it got better, which is what he does. Antonio hit somebody outside of his foot after getting the ball from Lanzini straight at Forster. Not a great shot, but at least something. Like I say, at least something. That's all we need right now. It's just a little bit of something because Southampton aren't that good. They are there for the taking. We have been not creating chances, but there's been opportunities there for something to happen. And so as long as we just, put a little bit more pressure on them, and we have done by making these substitutions, we are taking it to them, it should stand us in good stead. Having said that, Southampton on the ball at the other end of the pitch. Elanusi, it's Redmond, sorry, hits it from range straight to the hands of Fabianski. Not one of those long range ones where you're like, nah. Allow me, madman. Allow me. Remember, if you're looking for a way to watch the game, there are definitely ways you can do that. You might want to scroll down, for example, and click on join our Discord, which is our lovely Hammers Chat West Ham community. Fans of all teams are, of course, welcome. But most importantly, on the left-hand side, there is a bit called Stream Links. If you click on that, you'll probably find what you're looking for. It's free to join. Have a gander. West Ham win a corner early doors. Early, quicker, much faster from West Ham so far. Love that. Suburban's asking for an early bell along to match the early subs. I don't know, Suburban. That's our big play. But we'll see. Whipped in by Jared Bowen. Dawson. Antonio. It's in. It's 1-1. Antonio has actually scored a goal for the first time in what feels like forever. 2 months. It has taken him to score a Premier League goal, but he's done it with a header. A flash header. That's the sort of Antonio you want to see. No thinking, just pure instincts. And it's happened. West Ham won. Southampton won. Early doors, we've come out, we've put the pressure on, and we've stuck it on him, and Antonio gets the goal. Whipped in by Jared Bowen. Dawson heads it back across, and Antonio swivels, hits it early. If this goes to VAR, I'll be slightly scared he's offside because he seemed to be so unmarked. But that's what you want from Antonio. You don't want him drifting out wide. You don't want him doing anything else. Just a guy who's playing on instinct and instinct alone. In the right area, the ball's coming at him. He just swivels, nods it in. It's a goal. Now, it is going to VAR. And again, I'm concerned it was offside. I was concerned it was offside because he was just so free. There's an arm there. I don't know how this is going to play out. We'll see. David Moyes is looking down. Antonio's looking around. The stadium goes quiet as the VAR check happens. Bednarak's there. He looked onside. I think it says onside. Onside. There we go. It's West Ham 1, Southampton 1. The change is rapid. Like I said, actually, genuinely, Antonio scored for the first time in 2 months. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. What a time to be in. Just instinct. Instinct. Love that. Big place, Tony. Big place. Big place. I agree with you, Cody. I thought he was probably our best in the three. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. 1-1, and all of a sudden this game feels incredibly different. West Ham have come out a completely different beast in the second half. Not just the dominating of possession, but actually the creating and taking of chances. That's something we had in that first half. We were dominating the possession towards the end of it. We were having a lot of time where we should have been creating chances, and we just weren't. There was something lacking. This second half, we've come out, we've put it on them, we've taken it to them, and we've got the rewards for it. It's 1-1 now. We now need to carry this on, because if we can, there's definitely another goal at least in this for West Ham. Southampton aren't good enough to stop us for that long, so we need to put it on them. Great reaction. Shout out David Moyes for making attacking substitutions. Like I said, they weren't what I would have done, but at least he went attacking, and flipping how it's worked. And shout out to Mikel Antonio for getting a goal. We needed that. We needed that big time. Declan Rice plays out to Arthur Masuaku. That's a good ball in. Antonio almost ducked underneath it there. That was a good ball in from Arthur Masuaku. Souček with a little cheeky back heel. West Ham now trying to build up play through the right-hand side. Tell you what, Lanzini's been looking decent so far. Not doing anything too special, but again, he's doing exactly what I wanted him to, which was drop a little bit deeper, get involved in that play a little bit deeper. Rice going for a elaborate pass that he shouldn't have gone for. Just Lanzini's got a little bit deeper, trying to get involved in that play, trying to be a link-up man. Again, that idea, I hate quoting Gio because he doesn't need any credit, but create for the creator. It's that idea. We've been saying it since Upton Park with Lanzini. It's nice to have him playing in that role where he can just find the pockets of space deep, create a little bit of something so he can just consistently get the ball forward. He's changed the control of the game a little bit here. You can see it now. He's getting a lot of touches. He puts the ball out there for one of Southampton's players down. But there we go. Come on. We're looking so much better now. We are looking so much better. Big gosh darn plays. It's Brozier who's gone down under the challenge from Craig Dawson. Unsurprisingly, if it was anyone. It's nice control from Brozier, to be fair. Dawson just hooking the ball away, but hooking Brozier at the same time. Southampton better win. Big bet, big money on them. I'm sorry, Adas. I'm sorry. The boys are back. West Ham are huge. I'm getting way too overhyped about this. But yeah. It's a good header, isn't it? It's a good header. The boy, that's who. The doubters, they were like, "Oh, he's rubbish. He's never going to do anything." Is it? Bang, Big Craig. Look at him. What a man. What a specimen. What just the biggest. Look at him. Doubt him now. Doubt him now. I know, Mr. Pardew. I know. I can't quite believe it either. Yeah, here we are. He does. He's very, very good at it. Again, he's an attacking midfielder by trade, but it's not really what he does. He sort of starts in that role and just drops deeper and deeper and helps out. And that's what we needed. We needed someone to link essentially the defensive midfielders to the attacking midfielders, which isn't something that usually needs to exist, but today it very clearly did. And he's coming on and he's doing that role perfectly. Ball hooked over the top, looking for James Ward-Prowse. That's a good ball in, but nodded away by Craig Dawson. Big. Walker Peters picks up the ball, tries to hit it, deflects off Thomas Soucek. Can Jarrod Bowen keep it in? He does. West Ham on the counter-attack now. Elyounoussi trying to stop Jarrod Bowen. He manages to flick it onto the inside to Mikel Antonio. Couldn't quite find him. Maybe Mikel Antonio should just be a second-half player. He always seems to play better in the second half of late anyway, so just screw it. Don't play him for the first half, then just get him on in the second. It seems to work. Soucek wins the ball back well, and West Ham come away with it with Declan Rice. Out to Masuaku on his left-hand side. Finds Bellinrama. Trying to get just closer to the corner flag. Trying to get into those crossing positions. Can't quite get there. It's played back into Declan Rice in the corner. Sort of in the centre of the park. Streaming across now. Bowen. Soufal is out wide on the right-hand side. Lanzini finds Bowen. Back to Lanzini. West Ham building up well here. Nice play. Nice passing play. Keeping possession. Rice shot. Didn't go in. There was a moment there where I thought I was going to eat my words. Nope, didn't go in. Benrahma. Benrahma. Oh, Jarrod Bowen. Mikel Antonio. Turns out his hammies were good to go. Let's go. Big plays. Come on. Shout out to Titch. Shout out to, I assume you're doing a watch along with Cam. I don't know. I saw Davey. Was Davey there as well? If so, big up Davey as well. Well, man. If you haven't already, subscribe to Hammers Fans United. Southampton tries to charge forward. Craig Dawson just says no. Fabianski comes out, blocks well on the follow-up shot. Craig Dawson just says no. Dawson lucky that wasn't given clumsy F. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It was clumsy F. I'm making it out to be an incredible tackle, but it was 100%. It was clumsy F. VAR has come back. Oh, it is VAR. We are getting VAR on the Dawson challenge in the area. We'll see what happens. They're checking for it. I want to say the penalties maybe we'll see. Balls played through. If it is going to be a foul, it might be a free kick because he pushes him outside the area and then there's like a sort of coming together and clumsiness in the area, which equally could be given. But I think the infraction, as it were, starts outside the area by quite a far distance and he falls over after it. And ends up going into Broha. I mean, he does definitely take him down. The referee's going to go to the screen. Makes sense, to be fair. Makes sense. Referee's going to go to the screen. Daniel's saying no pen. What else are we saying? For F's sake, pen, VAR. See what it ends up being. Kevin Friend's come across the screen to look. Like I say, the infraction starts outside the area. The initial push, if you want to put it there, it's tried to be 50-50. He's tried to go 50-50, but it is 100% a push on Dawson. From Dawson, sorry. And then he ends up falling over into Broha. He's completely out of control. It's clumsy as all hell. But is it a penalty? Is it a free kick? Is it none of them? Southampton penalty. Broja wins the pen on Dawson. Broja does really well, comes away with it. The initial does look 50-50. The initial does kind of look 50-50. Both men are completely out of control and falling over. And I don't know if that's... I don't know if I agree with it. But it is a penalty. The decision has been made. It's happening. There was a 50-50 collision outside the area. Broha's through, trying to get through into a one-on-one position. Dawson comes across and tries to essentially shoulder barge him. And they both end up completely and utterly out of control. Both of them are falling over. Dawson ends up going down earlier, takes down Broha as he's going. I think it's accidental, if I'm being honest with you. I think both men were going down. I think it could have been gone either way. It just happened to go this way. The initial infraction, the initial push, the initial barge, if you want to call it that, the 50-50 shoulder barge was outside the area. He does go down inside the area, but it's a pen. It's a penalty to Southampton. James Ward-Prowse is stepping up to take it. He's not having the best season, but he's one hell of a set-piece taker, and that does include penalties. Lucas Fabianski against James Ward-Prowse. He puts the ball on the spot. Takes a couple of steps back. Hits it. It's a good pen and it's 2-1. It's a good penalty and it's 2-1 to Southampton. It's about as I don't want to say unfair. Maybe that's a little bit too much of a loaded statement, but it's about as rough a pen and as rough a goal as you're ever going to concede. Like I said, the initial infraction was outside the box. They went 50-50 against each other. They went 50-50. Craig Dawson was definitely the more aggressive of the two, if we're being honest about it. But it was 50-50. And both men were completely and utterly out of control when the foul happens in the box. Both men are falling over. Both men are out of control, and it turns into just one of the most clumsy penalties you're ever going to see. And again, I don't know if I agree with it. But the penalty was given, and James Ward-Prowse, to be fair to him, slots it home very, very well, despite being out of form. Just slots it into that bottom left-hand corner, and it's West Ham United 1, Southampton 2. Rough, as a dog once said, rough. And now it's about how we respond. Now it's about how West Ham respond. We responded brilliantly at half-time, stepped forward, got going, and that's the first thing Southampton have had. That's the first thing Southampton have managed to do in that entire half so far. It's been all us otherwise. It's been all us. And now this takes a big opportunity. This takes a lot. Declan Rice is going to be vital as a captain of stepping up, re-firing up this team after what's just happened, and making sure we can go again like we did at the beginning of the second half, and make sure it's not easy. It's not easy because it would be all too predictable right now to see West Ham slowly fade away and die as the bubbles do. And so hopefully that's not something we're going to see here. Hopefully we step up again. We step up again and make something happen. We're in good positions here. Lots of people forward. Masuaku puts in a decent enough ball, but Forster comes and claims it. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say ball crap potentially, but I don't think it was a penalty. I think it was a harsh penalty. I think it was harsh to say that Dawson was in the wrong, is what I would say. I understand Dawson definitely takes down Brozier. That I'm not going to dispute. That 100% happens. Dawson's body physically brings down Brozier's body. I will say that. But it was clumsy. Both people were going down. There was no intent in it whatsoever. Both players were falling. If Brozier doesn't get touched there, he's not staying up. And if he does stay up, it's going to take him a hell of a lot to score from there. And if he did do it, fair play. He's basically prime Ronaldo, right? I don't think that's the case. It is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes these decisions go against you and you have to move. You have to move. If Antonio gets a hat-trick, Pringles and Chris forever and ever. Fair enough. Fair enough. I've seen, where was it? Charlie, get the bell out, says Madman. We're interested in bell shouts at this point. People are interested. Antonio and Salisu just bouncing into each other quite impressively. So, oh, my stream's dying. I mean, my TV is dying. Definitely TV. Work? Wouldn't mind. I'll take this. I'm significantly further behind than I was, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Antonio and Salisu have just collided on my screen in a beautiful manner. Lays it short to Souček. Out wide. Jared Bowen's there. Picks up the ball on the right-hand side. Cuts inside. Plays it in. Ben Rama. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. My God, am I glad I changed it. My God, am I glad I changed it. Because Ben Rama has scored. West Ham United 2, Southampton 2. And all of a sudden, we're back in it once more. shout out to the boys. They haven't completely. It would have been easy to completely fold after the penalty. It would have been very easy to just gone. Do you know what? We failed here. We're gonna go in ourselves, but we haven't. It's a really nice ball out to Jarrod Bowen on the right hand side. Picks it up, cuts inside. He's up against Walker Peters, and the flick through the ball from Jarrod Bowen is actually beautiful there. He just hits it early, cheekily, just lays it into the path of Ben Rama, who in the box, to be fair, I would have brought him off. Most people, I think, in this chat would have said you need to take off Ben Rama, if anyone, in that front line. And the ball through from Bowen is beautiful. The positioning from from Ben Rama is excellent, and he slots it home with aplomb. It's West Ham United 2, Southampton 2. We can go on and win this game. They have had one chance in this half, and that was that penalty. They've had one chance. This is West Ham's game to take. Saeed Ben Rama with his 4th goal of the season. It's West Ham United 2, Southampton 2. Deploy the boys. Come on. Come on. It's happening. It's happening. You can't tell me it's not. You can't tell me it's not. Still time for a power head from Big Craig. Yes. Bring it back. Bring it back. Cheeky Masawaku Swaz Major. I'll take it. I'll take it. Look, he got it right, to be fair. I was convinced he was wrong. He got it right, but fair play. Fair play. Come on, you aunts. Anang, look, I appreciate your energy, mate, but you've done it at the one time West Ham have scored, you dipstick. Get your timing better. I like it. Stupid to idiot's not the best insult you've ever done in your life, but I like it. But you did it at the one time West Ham actually scored, you doofus. Anyway, bell time. We've got another call from a bell. This time from Mr. Pardew. If we get consistent calls for the bells, then we will bell it up. They are available. They are in the house. They're in the fridge. We can bell it up. Come on. We can do this now. We can 100% do this. This second half has been so significantly better, both as a half in terms of neutrals, so you're welcome, but also as just a West Ham player, this has been significantly better. So we've got Mr. Pardew saying bell, Madman of York saying bell. Declan Rice trying to get into an advanced position, keeps going and going and going. Poor pass, but it ends up at the feet of Arthur Masuaku anyway. Lanzini, big man on shouts, help him out there. Declan Rice back to Arthur Masuaku, who's trying to charge into the area here. Tried to pull it back for Lanzini or Ben Rama, but wins a corner. Bell time, says Jack Boy Hunter. All right, we have 3 calls for the bells, ladies and gentlemen. I'm putting the poll in the chat. A poll will appear in the chat in a second. Do we bell, yes or no? You have until, let's say 69. At 69 minutes, if it is yes, we will bell. Ball whipped in, punched away by Forster. He's looking awful, isn't he? Punchy was. Ben Rama tried to flick his way through, can't quite manage it. He is looking ropey, is Forster, with the punches is the word I'm looking for. Jarrod Bowen with a yellow card. Silly one, but whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Just don't get sent off now, Jarrod. That'd be nice. It was just an insane tackle. Significantly worse than the... He just completely sives him down from behind. Like, what are you doing, my guy? What are you doing, my guy? 45 seconds left to vote on the bell poll. It's currently 75% yes, 25% no. Beer over bell. Don't drink, Nate. I don't drink, so I can't get involved in that one, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would just down it like a madman. But yeah. This half is twisting and turning, isn't it? Flipping heck. It's twisting and turning. 15 seconds left for the bell. It's 77% yes, 23% no. It's a free kick for Southampton. James Ward-Prowse and Carl Walker-Peters standing over it in a very deep position. This isn't shooting range. This is crossing range. It's about halfway between the halfway line. Ward-Prowse whips it in. Header. It's 3-2. It's 3-2. The timer is up on the bell. We're belling people. It's 3-2 to Southampton. Just when you thought Bednarek gets the goal, it's just West Ham United, please. West Ham United, please. It's so easy. Remember when we were good at set pieces? It was so easy. Played in, whipped in swinging from about halfway between the goal and the halfway line. It's a great ball in from Ward-Prowse. You know what he's like. It's what he does. And Bednarek just nods it on. He's in between Dawson and Souček, of all people, the two of the biggest set piece boys you're ever going to see in this side. He's in between them, and it's easy as all hell. It's 3-2 to Southampton. Fam, just please, stop. Stop. My God. My God. Right, I need to go and grab a bell. Hang on. It's a West Ham corner. I'm going to grab a bell. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Right, bells have been acquired. Corner played in. Headed away. It looked like. Couldn't quite see from the side. Bell. We also have an backup bell, just in case. But it's a corner onto the other side from West Ham. Lanzini to take it. Lanzini to take it. Whips it in. Header. Easy save from Fraser Forster. Easy save from Fraser Forster. We have made this so difficult on ourselves. It doesn't need to be as difficult as it is, West Ham. I don't know if you know this, guys, but it doesn't need to be this difficult. But we are making it. We are determined to make this match as difficult as humanly possible. Adam Frankel, I'm timing you out. You're at the ground. It's your fault. It's not mine. It's yours. And you can't reply because I've timed you out. This is my realm. Ugh, what a... Not keen. Not keen. So, West Ham United 2, Southampton 3. Here comes the bells. No messing, bro. No messing. Instant impact is necessary. Come on. Come on. Bell acquired. Win incoming. Antonio very angry, by the way. They didn't win a free kick there against Salisu. Screaming that he should have won a free kick. 3-0 to Spurs. We're coming for you, you tin pot mugs. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, if we're being honest. It's not the worst thing we've ever seen. I'm loving people just with unnecessary confidence. Lanzini trying to wiggle his way through. There needs to be some sort of reaction at this point, I think. We've slowed down a little bit since their third one. We're not looking quite as sharp. We're again getting forced back into awkward positions, but Lanzini coming on has definitely worked in this one. As he picks up the ball deep again, lays it into Arthur Masuaku. Short to Antonio, who, guess what, is out wide. Wins a free kick. 109.3 incoming. Oh, we'll take it. It's He says as if that's not going to happen. Okay. 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go. Don't worry, Timothy. Don't worry, Timothy. I find it deeply hilarious. It's fine. At least, look, most people who come in here trying to troll are illiterate and don't know what the hell's going on. I didn't even ban that guy because I was like, at least your sentence makes sense. I'll give you credit for that. We have 15 minutes to go here plus stoppage time. It's West Ham 2. It's Southampton 3. West Ham, who, although being significantly the better side in this second half, have really struggled to just not let Southampton score, which is frustrating to watch. You would look at it and you would say, well, the penalty, is it or is it not a penalty? We can have an argument about that. That second Southampton goal, the third one, if you want to word it like that, just zero. There's no doubts about that one. No doubts whatsoever. As easy as you like. Soucek and Dawson, two of the most consistent set-piece boys you're ever going to see. Large lads with big domes coming in. Neither of them can stop Bednarak with a nice nod on, and it's in the net. Incredibly annoying to watch. Incredibly annoying to watch. But again, you would make the argument that despite Southampton scoring 2 in this half and us scoring 2, if there was another goal to happen, it feels like it should be West Ham's. West Ham have all the momentum right now. West Ham have all the chances right now. Antonio just getting in Kufau as well. Love that. But Southampton, we can't act like they can't hit us on the counter-attack. They're not, but it's not like you can't. Bowen just trying a little flick through to Antonio. Can't quite keep that in. It's a goal kick. So we'll see how this one ends up. We'll see how this one ends up. I'll say this while the ball was out of play. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. We're at 191 likes, which is decent. We aim for 300. 300 is the dream in the watch along. So if we can knock that 300 out of the park, big plays. Remember, we do watch alongs every single match day on this channel. I am here unless work stops me, which it hasn't so far this year, and has only done it once since we started doing the watch alongs. I am live every single match day doing these watch alongs. So make sure you subscribe and like the video and all that good stuff. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you don't miss it. You don't miss it. Because we're always here. We're always here discussing it, links to the game, all that good stuff. So make sure to come back. If you haven't already, thank you. Welcome for joining us. Welcome. Thank you for joining us is what I meant to say. But like I say, hit that like button. 300 is the goal on any watch along. And we've just hit 200. Thank you very much, everyone. We've just hit 200. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. It's a good match from the neutrals at this point. It's slowing down slightly. He played Crazy Frog at halftime. I heard Triple H's theme, but I didn't hear Crazy Frog. I would have backed Crazy Frog. Bit of blah, 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 blah. I would have backed that, you know what I mean? I would have backed that. 20 points to get another 6 points. We should stay up. Yeah. No, we'll get there. We'll get there. Romeu with a good tackle there on Declan Rice, just stopping him in his tracks. And now West Ham try again with a build-up. Diop to Antonio, who is now deep for some reason. But there we go. Short to Lanzini. Ben Rama, who can hit him from range. He just scoops it. Leant back, going up, scoops it. It's up and very, 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 very high over. You know. 11 minutes plus stoppage time. January will tell whether we're serious about maintaining a push. Yeah, I think the answer you'll find is no. But we'll see how it goes. Moyes will buy a defender instead of a striker right now. I think he's going to do that anyway. I'd never believed we were getting a striker, but still. Oh, Mr. Friedman. This is accurate currently to my clock. Just double checked it for you, Mr. Friedman, so you're aware. But Mr. Friedman, that is the time. That's the time. Good to see you. Hope you're well. I'm assuming you are. You know, you having to deal with that. We have to deal with that mug Wardlow at the moment. Who's, I don't know. He just doesn't seem to be pulling his weight in the inner circle. But apart from that, I'm assuming you're well. So we're going to see Che Adams come on for Southampton here. Flashbacks. Craig Dawson wants him. Let him at him. He's like a rabid dog. Ready. Brozier's coming off. He's played well today, Brozier. He's played well today. Not got a goal, but he's looked good. Looked lively. Won the penalty. Being one of the better Southampton players on the pitch, to be honest with you. Maybe harsh to see him come off. I'm not sure why, but we'll see what happens. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Get him, bruv. Get him. Mid. He's mid, bro. Just tell him. Let him know. Show him what you're repping. Do you know what I mean? Put it on him. Mid. Short throw to Mikel Antonio for West Ham, who has the awareness around him of a blind monk. Just dispossessed as quickly as humanly possible. Redmond. Southampton forced back into defensive areas, passing it back there. Was never a pen. No, look, I don't disagree with you. I don't think it was a penalty, but you know, I don't think it was a penalty, but it's one of those ones where it's like, it's happened. We need to react to it, and we haven't well enough. We did, and then look where we are now. Soufal whips it in, looking for Antonio, who's nowhere near it. Cleared away. No, we've had one. We've had one already, Creekmouth Joe, and there is a second one here. If we do want to deep dive on it, I would hesitate for another couple of minutes, but we can go for it. We can go for it if necessary. Do you think we'll get a draw? I have the belief we can. We've got the players on the pitch to do it. We're not playing too bad. Look, ultimately, we're not playing too badly, especially in the first half. We were all right. We weren't. It wasn't happening. I don't think. Let me rephrase that. I don't think we were good enough, but we weren't abjectly awful. We needed a couple of changes, and we did that half time. We took it to him, right? We stepped to him. We started trying to find Bowen, whips it in, can't quite get there. We stepped to him. David Moyes made some positive substitutions. He looked at the game. He went, "This is for the taking." He brought on Antonio. He brought on Lanzini, and we stepped to them, and it worked. This second half, we've been considerably better than Southampton. Good 1-2. Masawaku. It was the second pass from Lanzini was just a bit too deep. Masawaku forced to just try and hook it before it went out for a throw in. Before it went out for a goal kick, and can't quite get it in. Bro, why are you still trying this? It's not better than it was 10 minutes ago. Yeah. Second half, we were considerably better. We took it to him. We made the right substitutions, to be fair to Moyes. We stepped to him. We wanted it. We needed it. And yet, if we're being honest, since their third goal, we've just not had it. We've not had it. The reaction to their second was good. The reaction to their third so far has been practically non-existent. We're still doing ever so slightly better than we were in the first half, but it's not happening right now. Can we get a draw? 100%. 100% we can get a draw. Of course we can. It's more than possible. It's more than likely we could get a draw here. All we need is a single chance, and we have the players on. You look at the Ben Rama goal. You look at the Antonio goal. They were flashpoints, and it happened, and we were grateful for it. Antonio with a really nice turn and flick through to Jared Bowen, who tries to play it across early, looking for Yarmolenko, who can't quite get there. Yarmolenko's on the pitch. What? When did he come on? It's Andre Yarmolenko. when did he happen? I missed that. What happened? Doesn't really matter. It was beautifully done by West Ham, by the way. The play from Antonio through to Bowen was beautiful. The idea of playing it through early was beautiful. Doesn't quite work out. And Ends up being a free kick to Southampton, but nice play. Again, we have it in us. If you were to say one more team would get a goal in this game, I still would believe it's West Ham, but we're starting to fade again. We're starting to fade back into that situation. We're starting to fade and look a bit like you're like, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? And I don't think the answer is yes at this point. We can. We have the ability. We have the players, pardon me. We have the ability. We have the players. Will it happen? I don't know. Yarmo for Ben Rama. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know how I missed that. I'm not going to lie. I do not know how I missed that. Because we don't have any other left backs, Belcar. Cresswell was obviously injured. And we have no one else. Johnson, you could argue playing at left back. We do have 3 right backs on the bench. Who knows? Who knows? 5 minutes to go. Yellow card for Jan Bednarek. West Ham it's an okay position. Definitely, it's sort of a similar position to where the Ward-Prowse one happened for their goal. Whipped in by Arthur Masuaku into the first man. We're going for that flat first man ball again for some reason. It is what it is. Todd's off to watch the Pats. Enjoy yourself, sir. Good luck. Hopefully your other team can do bits for you instead of this one. 3-3, I think. 3-3. 3-3. One can only hope. One can only hope. We need our team to get COVID so we can postpone games until our defenders are back. A little bit. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Jeffrey. Sorry, I'm late, CW. Can't believe the scoreline. What happened? Bad things, Jeffrey. Bad things. First half, Southampton scored. It was 1-0 to them. It was a very disappointing first half from West Ham. No real creativity. I think Vlasic was the only one really showing that Bowen was trying, but it just wasn't clicking for us. Second half, David Moyes made some attacking substitutions. He went for it. He brought on Moyes and he brought on Antonio and Lanzini. That worked. We were looking absolutely lightning at the beginning of the second half. Got a goal very quickly with Mikel Antonio header. And he actually scored. I know. Then a penalty given against Craig Dawson on Broha. I don't think it was a penalty. You should have a look, see what you think about it. I don't believe that one was a penalty, but they end up scoring that. James Ward-Prowse slots it into the bottom corner. West Ham then reacted brilliantly again. Ben Rama getting the goal. Nice link-up play between Ben Rama and Bowen. The ball was beautiful from Bowen. Ben Rama in the right place, right time, slots at home. Lovely. Good stuff there. And then Southampton got a free kick very sort of deep into our half, or sorry, by about sort of halfway between the halfway line and the edge of the area. Pings it in. Bednarek nods it on very easily in 3-2 to Southampton. West Ham have been significantly the better team in the second half. I think the first half, neither team were really that much better than the other. But Southampton have taken their opportunities and we just have not. We just have not. Are you American? No. No, legit gamer. I am from the United Kingdom. Big London manoeuvres. Walcott's coming off for Southampton. And on in his place, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. We'll see. On his place, all the cameras cut. Stuart Armstrong, there you go. It's Stuart Armstrong, ladies and gentlemen. Masuaku tries to find a little bit of space. Can't. Finds Declan Rice, whose ball into the box was... It was what it was. Dawson, Yarmolenko, Lanzini, West Ham trying to build up again. Again, we've got the possession. We've got the possession. We need to make it count. That's what we need to make it count. It's such an obvious thing to say, but we just aren't right now. Masuaku's cross into the box, looping, finds Jared Bowen at the back post out of nowhere. It was Yarmolenko, actually, not Jared Bowen, somehow. I've just realised we've got Jared Bowen and Yarmolenko on the pitch. Not quite happening. We've sort of got a 4-4-2 thing going on a little bit right now. Souček's really far forward as well. Nice play from West Ham. They get the ball. Lanzini's charging forward with it. Antonio and Bowen, neither of them making good enough runs, but he finds Declan Rice on the overlap, tries to dink it. It's out for a corner. I don't think Antonio or Bowen were doing enough there. They were both just sort of walking forward, kind of aimlessly. Bowen was a little bit more inventive than Antonio with his run, but neither of them were doing something particularly impressive. And all of a sudden, it's West Ham corner. Lanzini to take. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Whipped in, nodded away. 6 minutes left, people. Masuaku from range hits it. Over. 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. See how it ends up. We'll see how it ends up. Again, you have to say if someone's going to score here, it feels like it would be West Ham, but we're just not putting it on them enough. We're just not putting it on them enough like we were at the beginning of the first half. Beginning of the first half, we were all over it. All over it, but here we're just not. That is one of the worst clearances I've ever seen from Salisu. And I really like him. I think he's a really good player. It was Carl Walker-Peters, sorry, and I really like him as well. I think he's a really good player. But my God, that was chaos. That was complete chaos. With 5 minutes to go, I'll remind you, like I said, subscribe if you're new around here, like the video, all that good stuff if you haven't already. We want to hit 300 likes every watch long if we can. That's the dream. That's the goal. Not happened yet. Corner. Forster comes out, try and punches it awfully again, but it goes away. Like the video, subscribe. Remember, we do watch alongs on this channel every single West Ham match day. I am here doing this, and I need you lot here. You are the people who make it. So make sure to come back if you haven't hit that bell so you don't miss it out on all the good stuff. We will have a live review of the match straight after this as well. I'll be live for about 5 minutes after the goal, after the full-time whistle. While Gio sets up for his live review, I will then spam the link in the chat so you don't have to go anywhere, don't have to do anything. But yeah, stick around. Lanzini out on the left-hand side tries to whip it in straight off that first match again. Just first man consistently. Lanzini. Masuaku pings it over the top. He's looking for Lanzini. It was a nice idea, but can't quite get there. It was a nice idea, but just not quite. And Southampton are going to make their third substitution. It is Diallo coming on for, is it James Ward-Prowse, I think? They're going to take their time here, Southampton. Run down those minutes. It's Romeo who's coming off. It's Romeo. 3.5 minutes to get an equalizer in this game. Where was it? I saw something back here. Got to be honest, this hurts worse because the expectations we set in October. Yeah, I mean, like yeah, we were really good, and the signs were really good, but it was a lot of form, right? It was always going to be a lot of like, oh, this was not temporary form, but there's a lot of great signs for carrying it forward, but we just haven't been able to since step to it. We haven't been able to slap at all, and it's frustrating that we are just. I don't know. Look, it's one of those things where shifting expectations, right? You start off the season, you go, well, I personally said we would take a top 10 as long as we got into like the knockout stage of Europe and got a cup run in us, right? And we've had those things, but we've also had an incredible season in the Premier League. And that should be enough to say, look, we've shifted our expectations. We can and should be capitalizing on what we know we are able to do, which is to get further forward. Now, obviously, at the time, we had everyone in form, and that was very, very, very useful. And Antonio dropping off has been horrendous for us. But yeah, interesting from Stuart Armstrong there. Oh, fourth side probably. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I would love to be a fly on the wall of the boardroom. I would love to be a fly on the wall of the boardroom and just to see what people say, just to see what Sullivan and that are saying about what we need to do in January. Yarmolenko tries to clip it over the top. Not happening. I would love to see what they were talking about. What are the expectations now? What are the goals now? What can we do in January? Are we going to actually spend money? Because again, I don't think we're going to spend that much money to try and get further forward. Everything was going right for us at one point, and now everything is going wrong. This is when the big boys make their names. This is when you get. This is the difference between good managers and great managers. This is the difference between good captains and great captains and whatnot. When everything is against you, you need to be able to pull it back. You need to be able to force it, make it happen. And the second half, between now and January, but then also in the second half of the season, we're going to need a monumental shift from almost everybody in this team because it's just not happening. It's just not happening. 40 seconds left of this game. I'll ask you now for your Hammers chat man of the match. Let's figure out who you all think was the man of the match. The person who gets the most amount of votes, I see visually, will be the winner. It's a difficult one for me. I thought Vlasic had a really good first half, then got substituted off. I thought Bowen's consistently tried. I thought Dawson was having a good half, but then he he gave away a penalty, and since then it's been awful. Not awful, but just not good. I don't know. It's difficult. What do you lot think? I think it's easy shouts from Southampton fans, to be fair. Easy shouts from Southampton fans. Although, if you're a Southampton fan, I would make an out shout for Brozier. I thought he was brilliant. But let's have a gander. Warprouse, me. Thank you, Wolf Nipples Chips. What a name. What was he saying? JWP, the ref, Dawson for me. I'm not even. This is what it is. Let's have a look. Is there any? Is there Vlasic? And there is the final whistle. It is Southampton 3, West Ham United 2. What a disappointment. Let's have one or two more looks for players. Vlasic. There you go. Well, it's obviously James Ward-Prowse from a Southampton perspective. Vlasic from a West Ham one. Congratulations. Congratulations to those two on being the best of a bad bunch, especially from a West Ham perspective. But there you go. It ends West Ham United 2, Southampton 3. A massive disappointment, especially when the beginning of that second half looked so much like it could be a West Ham one. It could be West Ham's to take, but it just wasn't. It just wasn't. And that's sometimes, unfortunately, how it goes. Thankfully, there will be a live review. Check it out on this channel. I'm spamming the link in the chat now. Have a click, run over there and see what someone who actually knows what they're talking about thinks. I will say thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Remember, we do live watch-alongs every single match day for West Ham on this channel. So make sure to subscribe. Like the video if you haven't already. Even if you're a Southampton fan, you're welcome back anytime. Like the video, all that good stuff. Like for my tears, why not? Subscribe if you haven't already to come back. Hit that bell notification. Click on this link. Go and watch Gio's live review, which is about to commence, about to get underway. Break down exactly what happened, however, until the Watford game in a couple of days' time. I'll see you then. Come on, you irons. And, have a good one, everyone. See you later. What a poor show. Bye, everyone.